All right. Oh. On the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, this is the Lady Hornet Softball pregame show. Let's go down to the diamond and join the voice of Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball, Carlos Zimmermann.
And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Just to the south of Huntsville here in Willis, Texas. We welcome you in on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. For this matchup tonight, a tiebreaker between the Huntsville Lady Hornets and the Porter Lady Spartans.
I interpreted it right.
So it's going to be a good one tonight. Sorry about that, folks. It's going to be a good one tonight between Huntsville and Porter after coming off of what it was on Saturday. An incredible ball game. 13 innings, had everything that you could have imagined in that ball game. So we'll see what happens in this one. Again, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Glad to have you with us tonight here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Well, Luke and Kendall are not able to attend here because of class. And, you know, I always say education first. So I brought back an old friend. 762 days in the making since the last time he joined us here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network for softball. It's my good friend and broadcast partner, Jordan Smith. Jordan, how are you, my friend?
Has it really been that long?
Yes, I tallied it up today. I went back and looked. April 28th. 2021 was the last time you and I called a softball game here together.
Louise, I feel old.
That was our first season together here, and it was an absolute blast, a regional quarterfinal appearance that year. Of course, you'd love to see if the Lady Hornets can get back there, but step one, you got to win tonight to get the number one seed. Jordan, it's going to be an exciting matchup here. You know about what happened on Saturday, a 13-inning thriller between these two teams where Huntsville came out victorious, so we'll see how things pan out tonight.
Absolutely, and you know that's the thing with these playoffs. It's one game. Obviously, you know you're in the postseason. That's not what's at question here. What's in question is whether you're going to be the top seed in the district or the 2 seed in the district, and that's really the main thing right now. So as long as you can maintain the expectations and you can manage the emotions here in this ball game, you should be just fine. Of course, like you said, we saw the thriller on Saturday, a 13-inning thriller, and the walk-off win for Huntsville to force this game here today. So you know that the Lady Hornets have a lot of momentum going into today. So we should be good and ready to see what happens here. A good matchup. You know Porter's going to give their all as well. So should be a fun one here today.
You know, it's an interesting aspect that we're going to look into this ballgame. When you look at the pitching matchup, JJ returns to the circle tonight after throwing 183 pitches on Saturday. Almost unheard of, but remember, softball, natural flow of the arm, so you don't have to worry about much there. Porter's going a different look tonight. Kira Crosby is not the starting pitcher this evening. It's Dakota Newcomb. That's a pitcher that the Lady Hornets have not seen just yet, so that could bring a whole different can of worms, if you will, for the Lady Hornets tonight, but we'll see, obviously, how that pans out. We'll step aside and take a quick break. We are still waiting on umpires to show up, but I had a chance to catch up with head coach Morgan Bryan ahead of the start of the matchup this evening, so we'll go to the interview now. When we come back, me and Jordan will continue to break down this matchup here between Huntsville and Porter. Tiebreaker game, winner gets the number one seed in 16-5A. From the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAM Sports. Carlos Zimmermann here with head coach Morgan Bryan ahead of tonight's tiebreaker game between the Huntsville Lady Hornets and the Porter Lady Spartans here at Willis High School. Coach, just coming off of that grinder of a game on Saturday, your thoughts going into this one?
Absolutely. I mean, my kids persevered. They definitely fought through that game. It was a tough one. Going 13 innings for anybody is, you know, it's a long night. But I'm really proud of the fight that they showed and just the willingness to never give up. And they kept fighting throughout that and just pushed through and got that dub.
Coach, it's one of those rare opportunities you see a team for a third time in the season. Just what are you going to be looking to do against Porter tonight, having seen them twice? You know,
just trying to make sure that we take care of the ball game. We know what we're supposed to do. We need to execute at the plate. We really tried to prep as much as we can, especially coming into today. Had the girls kind of do some homework on their own over the weekend, and hopefully we come in prepared and better set than what we were last Saturday. JJ
threw 183 pitches or some odd in that ball game. I mean, what are you going to be looking at your star junior pitcher?
Absolutely. I mean, Jay did. She threw a lot of pitches. She was in there. She was battling the whole time. So to see her throw that many pitches and still be there wanting the ball in those situations is great. And just kind of looking for the same thing, control, command of the zone, and just making sure she's hitting those spots and doing the little things right. What have you been working on with your hitters going into this matchup? Just trying to stay through that outside pitch. You know, we know that she has a great curveball. She's just got great spins in general, so we're really trying to barrel up and make sure that we're not trying to do too much with the ball, just putting it in play. Coach, just looking at fielding-wise, it was very cognizant on Saturday. Not really any issues on that front. The third frame of the game, as I always say, just what are you going to be looking at of her? I'm sorry, repeat the question. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Just looking at your fielding and the way it was on Saturday, just it was solid, so we're going to be looking out of them tonight.
Same thing. I really want to see them just being solid, making sure they're making those good plays, getting in front of the ball, and just kind of giving me as much as they can. It's in the district, so we want to give it our all.
Coach, really final game, final tune-up before the playoffs, keys to a win to get that very coveted number 1 seed?
Couldn't ask for a better warm-up game in this situation, so just staying true to what we do, simple things, making sure we're executing at the plate, being fundamentally sound on defense, and just playing the Huntsville way.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Hope to see you come out with a huge win tonight.
Thank you.
When we come back, me and Jordan will continue to break down this matchup between the Huntsville Lady Hornets and the Porter Lady Spartans. Number 1 seed on the line this evening, just to the south of Huntsville, here in Willis and Wildcat Country. We hope to have you join us for the rest of this ballgame. Should be a fun one here tonight in Willis. We'll be back after this. From the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAM Sports.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Willis, Texas, here in Wildcat Country. As I said, Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is my good friend and broadcast partner here, Jordan Smith, as we're still getting ready for the start of this one. Starting lineups will be get ready to introduce out to the fans in attendance. Man, Huntsville brought a good delegation. I mean, they didn't have to travel too far, but Porter also bringing a good crowd as well. They know what's at stake as well. Number 1 seed on the line tonight between these two really good programs at the top of District 16 5A. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Porter is the visiting team tonight, and we'll see how things pan out for them this evening under the direction of head coach Alicia Evans-Pickens. First for Porter at the top of the lineup, playing at second base, number 6, Cadence Hayes, Batting second and playing behind the plate, number 2, Christina Jackson. Batting third, the starter from Saturday, but the designated player tonight, number 14, Kira Crosby. Batting in the cleanup spot, playing over at third base, number 22, Avery Evans-Pickens. Batting fifth and playing in right field will be number 7, Trinity Reese. Batting sixth and playing in left field, number 1, Lindsey Pruitt. Batting seventh and playing at the shortstop, number 5, Jordan Franklin. In the number 8 hole will be the first baseman, Lana Hendrickson, number 8. And batting ninth, the pitcher tonight for Porter, number 10, Dakota Newcomb. The flex option tonight for the Porter Lady Spartans will be number 3, Layla Brown, playing out in center field. And now the starting lineup for your Huntsville Lady Hornets. It looks like this under the direction of head coach Morgan Bryan, assisted by Cole Bohannon and Brianna Palomino. Leading things off, the sophomore in left field, number 21, Anna Rosenlund. Batting second and playing in the hot corner at third base, the junior, number 11, Eris McHale. Batting third and in the circle tonight for the Lady Hornets is number 4, J.J. Duke, the junior. Batting fourth, her battery mate, doing the catching tonight, number 9, Katie Von Rosenberg, the junior. Batting fifth and playing at first base, the senior, number 6, Hope Grant. Batting sixth, playing at shortstop, the freshman, number 18, Chloe Sanders. Batting seventh and playing over at second base is the junior, number 3, Callie Klawinski. Batting eighth, the designated player tonight for the Lady Hornets, number 5, the junior, Emily Zunker. And batting ninth, playing in center field, the senior, number 2, Noelle Sandman. And the flex option tonight for the Lady Hornets, playing in right field, number 13, Riley Hammond. That's your starter lineups for this one tonight. So, Jordan, looking at a lineup, a lot of names that you're obviously familiar with from there, a lot of them being freshmen from whenever you and I first started. What's going to be paramount for at least JJ tonight? You threw 183 pitches on Saturday. I know you're a little tired. You had, let's say, 1.5 days rest.
Right.
How do you approach this tonight?
Well, I think the added adrenaline of being in this game itself will take care of that first little bit of the ball game. I think there's going to be a little bit of butterflies as well. Luckily, she has the playoff experience. She has the postseason experience, as does a lot of this team. In fact, looking at the total roster, all but 3 players are returners from last season's postseason roster. So, really, it's not going to affect her too much. She'll still have a little bit of nerves, but once that first inning gets by, once the adrenaline gets going, then it'll be a matter of just her making sure she locates pitches correctly, keeps control, doesn't get too wild, and allows herself to get ahead in counts early on and to be able to control the at-bat rather than the other way around.
And then looking at the hitting side of things tonight for the Lady Hornets, you're facing a different pitcher than you have the last. Brand new look for this hitting crew tonight, just from your knowledge about how you approach things as a new pitcher. You know, I know you call baseball for Grand Oaks as well. How do you approach a new pitcher tonight if you're the Lady Hornets?
Well, I mean, the main thing is, especially when you're not at the plate, watch what she's throwing, kind of what pitch is she throwing to start off at bats against righties or lefties, kind of what is this opposing pitcher in Dakota Newcomb, what is she throwing in certain situations, what is she throwing with runners on base, kind of pay attention to that, see what's happening so you can figure out what to maybe expect and be ready. Of course, every pitcher, you know, prepare for the fastball. You know that's going to happen, prepare for that, prepare for the speed, but don't be surprised for the off-speed. Don't be surprised for the break and stuff, especially late in counts.
And, you know, looking at the weather tonight, the winds are calm this evening here in Willis. It's a little warm out here, so the ball is going to travel tonight. We'll see how things pan out. We're going to step aside and take a break as we wrap up the Lady Hornets countdown to first pitch. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem for you, and we will get started here tonight in Willis. Number 1 seed on the line here tonight on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornets softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Need a night out of the kitchen? Perfect, because Double Dave's delivers. Pizza, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads. Call 291-DAVE or order online. Check out our delivery hubs.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Running a business is tough. Sometimes you need a little help.
Walter Bennett, President of First National Bank of Huntsville.
Your neighbors at First National Bank of Huntsville understand. We've helped thousands of local businesses stabilize cash flow, eliminate bottlenecks, and secure fresh resources for growth. It's what we do for over 130 years. Follow your dreams with First National Bank of Huntsville, where dreams come first.
First National Bank of Huntsville. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This has been the Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball pregame show. Get ready, Hornet Nation. First pitch is right around the corner. The following is a KSAM Sports presentation on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to feel the sting. It's time once again for Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball. Let's head down to the diamond and join the voice of Lady Hornet Softball, Carlos Zimmermann.
And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just past 6 o'clock here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. We welcome you to this tiebreaker game in District 16 5A in the UIL. It's going to be a fun one tonight. The third time these two teams face each other, it's the Porter Lady Spartans and your Huntsville Lady Hornets. A number 1 seed is on the line tonight to position yourselves in great position for the 5A playoffs that start this Thursday. Hi, friends, and good evening. We welcome you in here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is my good friend and broadcast partner, Jordan Smith, for this ball game. The dynamic duo reunited here tonight for such a critical game here in District 16 5A. Porter won Game 1. Huntsville won Game 2, a thriller on Saturday. And now it brings us here to Monday night for a shot at the number 1 seed, Mount Pleasant and Hallsville. They are waiting to see who they will be playing in the bi-district round coming up later this week. Glad to have you with us here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Cadence Hayes is into the batter's box, the lefty batter, to face the righty J.J. Duke. First offering from J.J. Duke is swung on and hit in the air to left, but right into the shift for Noelle Sandman. 1 pitch, 1 out. You love to start the game just like that.
Absolutely. I mean, you cannot ask for a better start. Like you said, right to the gap. Good shift there as Sandman was over to her right in left center field, and first pitch, first swing, first out of the ball game. Defensively, not a better start than that.
That'll turn it over to the catcher, Christina Jackson, for Porter. Second in this lineup here for head coach Alicia Evans-Pickens. J.J. Duke, after throwing 183 on Saturday, just needed 1 pitch for the first out. Now she needs, well, that one's going to drop in front of Noelle Sandman for a base hit for Christina Jackson. So 2 pitches, you get 1 out, but you also have the first base runner of the night for Porter.
And obviously you're seeing through the first two hitters of the lineup, they're attacking early in counts. It's something we're going to have to see if it continues or not as the ball game progresses.
Kira Crosby now strides into the box. She takes the first offering from J.J. Duke, 4-1. So I was trying to wrestle out my score sheets from Saturday. We ran out of room because we went 13 innings, so the stats may not be totally up to par, but they'll be very, very darn close. Crosby takes that one, and that's going to roll to the backstop. That'll allow Jackson to scoot on over to second base. So early trouble for the Lady Hornets with Porter's go-ahead run now standing in scoring position at second base. Crosby on Saturday went 0 for 4. 2 ground outs, a couple of pop outs, and a walk. Next offering from Duke catches the zone for a strike. 1 and 2 here on Porter's designated hitter. That's right, not the pitcher tonight. Get that defensive alignment for the Lady Hornets in just a few moments. There's the 1-2. Crosby, hot shot in the left end down for a base hit. That'll easily plate Christina Jackson as it rattles up against the fence. And it's 1-0 Porter just like that. Crosby will stride into third as she is safe. So 1-0 Lady Spartans. They're chomping at the bit here after going 13 innings with Huntsville on Saturday. 1-0 Lady Spartans.
Not the start you want if you're Duke, obviously, allowing the RBI triple to bring in the go-ahead run or the leading run of the ball game, first run of the ball game. But again, that's those nerves we were talking about. Big game. Got to be able to manage those here in the early going.
Here's Avery Evans-Pickens. Had a good day on Saturday. She swings at the first pitch and fouls it back 0-1. Lady Hornets are lined up defensively like this, left to right in the outfield. Anna Rosenlund, Noelle Sandman, Riley Hammond around the horn on the infield. In the hot corner at third, Eris McHale. At short, Chloe Sanders. Callie Klawinski at second, Hope Grant at first. And J.J. Duke's battery mate tonight, Katie Von Rosenberg. Evans-Pickens had 2 hits on Saturday, a single and a double. She brought in the tying run in the 5th inning to make it 2-2. She fouls the next pitch she sees away in the count 0-2 quickly on the daughter of the head coach here for Porter. Again, a fly out of Hayes on the first pitch of the ball game, but a single by Jackson, a triple by Kira Crosby. Has got Porter cooking early on in this one. JJ ahead in the count here, 0-2. And the pitch to Evans Pickens, outside, ball 1. You know, Jordan, you and I, we have a really good view of that strike zone tonight here behind the plate.
Pretty much right on top of it.
You can't ask for much better than that if you are a broadcaster. So 1-2 count with 1 out. Crosby again over at third. JJ trying to work through this inning and giving up just the 1 run. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Evans Pickens pops at foul yet again. Umpiring crew tonight, calling balls and strikes behind the plate. Dustin Godot. Over at first base, Ivan Williams. Over at third, Marshall Niederhofer. Not very often you see a 3-man crew during the regular season, although we're kind of in that no man's land between playoffs and the regular season. This game, a tiebreaker game to determine where these teams line up in the postseason.
Usually surprising, you also see it early on in the playoffs. Usually you don't start seeing 3 umpires until second, maybe third.
Rise ball high that time from J.J. Duke, count 2-2. Again, Hallsville, the 3 seed in District 15 5A. They will get the loser of this game. Mount Pleasant, the 4 seed out of District 15 5A, they will get the winner. Those games coming up later this week. In the case of Huntsville, we will have all of the broadcasts for you. 2-2 from Duke. Popped foul yet again by Evans Pickens. You know, Jordan, the first at-bat that JJ and Evans Pickens had on Saturday, that went 10 pitches in that at-bat. The next at-bat they had together, just 1. So,
well, I mean, we're at 6 now.
Yeah, she saw just about every bit from JJ in that first at-bat. So we'll see how this battle brews here. Again, Crosby the runner at third. 1-0 Porter. And JJ's 2-2 offering is on the way. Swing and a miss of Evans Pickens, 2 down.
Big strikeout there to get the second out, and now a little bit easier for you. Now all of a sudden, instead of the play being at home, now plays at first, any play at first, get the out, leave the runner stranded, and minimize the damage here in the early going.
If you're tuning in here on the stream, glad to have you with us. Chad Webb tuning in saying Stingham Lady Hornets. Justin Kring, my good buddy, saying Stingham Hornets, as well as Kylie Lehman tuning in from Maryland. Glad to have you with us, Kylie. With 2 out, here is Trinity Reese. Reese had her troubles with JJ, 4 strikeouts on Saturday. Grounded out once. That was in the 4th of that 13-inning thriller. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Reese, 1-1.
And that one right down the heart of the plate, too. Glad that she couldn't get the bat on it. Otherwise, that might have been trouble in the gap.
Got a great crowd on hand here for this tiebreaker game. Paramount for both of these teams, having split the regular season 1-1. Here is the 1-1. Reese pops it up, but it'll get behind us out of play, and the count will run to 1-2. So JJ 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. And this middle to bottom of the order, she was able to figure out for the most part on Saturday. Obviously, it's a different looking lineup today with Pruitt and Jackson flipping. Pruitt waiting in the on-deck circle should the inning continue. The 1-2 on the way from J.J. Duke. Reese takes a high ball, 2. Anna Rosenlund, Eris McHale, J.J. Duke lead things off for Huntsville in the bottom of the 1st against Dakota Newcomb. Infield and outfield playing straight up. With 2 down. 1-0 Porter. Here's the 2-2 offering. Reese fouls it back to the dish. Jordan, that was a common theme on Saturday. A lot of long at-bats. That's what elevated JJ's pitch count to where it was at 183.
Yeah, and this pitching staff has got to be careful here. If that happens again, especially early on in the ball game, you might have to throw a bullpen game, and that's a scary thought.
Obviously, you got Hope Grant at your disposal as well. She's been very, very, very solid this year as a senior. 2-2 to Reese, called strike 3 on the inner half. That'll retire the side. But Porter does strike first here tonight in Willis. They lead it 1-0, but the Lady Hornets have an opportunity to answer in the bottom of the 1st inning. We'll have it for you here in just a few moments from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Hello, I'm Greg Smith, and am proud to be the owner of Huntsville and Walker County's premier funeral home, Sam Houston Memorial. What makes us the premier funeral home? The reasons are simple. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has the premier facilities in the area, and our directors and staff are top of the line, offering premier care for you and your loved ones in their time of need. Locally owned and family managed for 2 decades, it's our family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
Texpress Urgent Care Clinic is here to treat your poison ivy, animal bites, sunburns, lacerations, sprains, breaks, and don't forget your camp and sports physicals so you can quickly get back to your daily life. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic in Huntsville, located at 193 I-45 South. Texpress Urgent Care offers a variety of procedures. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care Clinic near Bahama Bucks and McAllister's in Huntsville.
Welcome back here to Willis, bottom of the first, ready to get underway. Porter has the early 1-0 advantage. Carlos Zimmermann here alongside of me is Jordan Smith. For this tiebreaker game, winner gets the number 1 seed, winner gets the number 2 seed out of District 16 5A. Well, there's a look at her. Dakota Newcomb will get the start tonight for Porter after Kira Crosby threw just about either the same amount of pitches that JJ threw on Saturday, if give or take about 10 top to bottom. So we'll see what the newcomer has here for Newcomb against this Lady Hornet lineup led by Anna Rosalind here at the top, the left fielder. Following her up, Eris McHale. JJ Duke bats third. Batting cleanup, Katie Von Rosenberg. Hope Grant bats fifth. Chloe Sanders sixth. Callie Klowinski seventh. Emily Zunker eighth. And Noelle Sandman, she will bat ninth. Rosenlund had a little bit of struggles on Saturday. Had 1 hit, a single in the 8th. And she'll stand in with a slight open stance to face Dakota Newcomb. And the first offering for Newcomb against the Lady Hornets. This is outside for a ball, 1-0. One thing to document as well, the Lady Hornets were not walked once on Saturday. Kira Crosby pitched a gem of a ball game. It was on the losing end, no less. Newcomb toes the slab. And the 1-0 on the way to Rosenlund. Called strike one on the lower half.
That one just painting the edge there on the bottom half of the zone. Good pitch location, working them low. Wouldn't be surprised if we go back up high here in the next couple pitches.
Change the eye level of the batter at the plate. Rosalind's very disciplined, but we'll see what happens here. Here's the 1-1 on the way from Newcomb. Rosalind fouls it off. Porter's lined up defensively like this. Lindsey Pruitt in left, Layla Brown in center, Trinity Reese in right. Around the horn on the infield over at third, Avery Evans-Pickens at short, Jordan Franklin at second is Cadence Hayes at first, Lana Hendrickson, and the battery mate tonight for Dakota Newcomb is Christina Jackson, who presents a different dynamic here for Porter, a lefty catcher. Really loves painting that outside half of the plate. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Rosenlund. Rosenlund just fights it off.
Anything close there, and good job of keeping the at-bat alive with that swing, and like you said, just barely fouling it off behind home plate. See what happens here again on a 1-2. She goes back to that off speed.
And we're not the only game going on tonight. Huntsville Hornet Baseball taking on the Dayton Broncos down in Dayton. Win for the Hornets, and they are in the playoffs. Colin Neal's got the call for you live from Dayton right now. Here's the 1-2 to Rosenlund. Hits this in the air to right. Could be trouble, but Cadence Hayes backs up on it for the out. I heard there from head coach Morgan Bryan just through our crowd might finish your swing. That was kind of just a half swing or three-quarter swing there from Rosenlund, and that's why that ball did not travel much farther.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the wind blowing out to straightaway center. If she goes through on the full swing, that one might be able to fall just a little bit down that first base line as it was kind of trailing towards that first base line. So, yeah, swing through, and it's going to go a little bit farther. You have a little bit better pop off the bat as well.
Second in the order, Eris McHale. Takes ball one from Newcomb. McHale this year batting .380. She has been very solid at the top of the lineup for the Lady Hornets. Last year spending most of it in the 5 hole, but now up at the 2 spot. 1 home run. That came against Dayton in an 8-1 loss earlier in district play. Here's the 1-0. McHale swings, finishes her swing, but into right center. Running in on it and making the grab is Layla Brown for the second out. Now J.J. Duke will stride into the batter's box. We have 2 down here in the Huntsville half of the first. I want to remind you, you can follow Huntsville Softball on Twitter. Just search Huntsville SB on Twitter. You can also follow us on Twitter as well. Just search KSAM 1017. Duke stands in. 1 hit, or 2 hits, I should say, on Saturday, including one in the bottom of the 13th. And she lays off of strike number 1, just catching the outer black.
You're not kidding when you say just caught it, just right there on the outside edge, but give credit to the pitcher. I mean, good location for Newcomb.
Newcomb gets the sign from Jackson. And the 0-1 on the way, outside that time, 1-1. JJ, of course, verbally committed to play collegiately with the Tarleton Texans coming up after her senior year next year, so she will call Stephenville home. Right now has to deal with Dakota Newcomb here in her junior year. Here's the 1-1. Duke hot shot, but right to Avery Evans. Pickens throw on to first is low, but picked well by Hendrickson, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the Lady Hornets here in the bottom of the first of this tiebreaker game. Top of the second. Coming up next in just a few moments, 6, 7, and 8 due up for Porter when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? There's a sweet spot in a baseball game when a runner rounds third heading for home. There's a look of confidence on their face, a big smile as the runner heads for the plate. There'll be no sliding necessary for this one. No need to get down and dirty. The ball is over the fence, out of the park. It's a home run. Home is a given reward. All the runner has to do is cross the plate. Did you know you can live your life in such joy and anticipation? In life, you can hit a home run. You can live your life rounding third headed for home. The home run is knowing Jesus. If you do, he'll get you safely home. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out at northside-baptist.org. Northside Baptist Church, going people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
Back here in Willis, top of the second. Porter leads 1-0. Carlos Zimmermann alongside of Jordan Smith here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. 6, 7, and 8 here to face J.J. Duke, and she takes ball 1 this time. Does Lindsey Pruitt, who had 2 hits on Saturday, batting in the 7th hole for head coach Alicia Evans-Pickens, who's down the third base side. It's 0-1-0 count. And the next offering from J.J. called strike 1.
Nice job establishing that inside part of the plate after going down 1-0, being able to get yourself back into the count. We'll see what she does now.
1-1. Inside again, but another called strike. And working that inside half of the plate is J.J., as you alluded to. Corners in here for Huntsville. 1-2. Popped foul here by Pruitt. Again, a single by Christina Jackson in the top of the first. A triple by Kira Crosby brought her home. As that ball rattled around those fences over there, hit off one of the jagged edges and got away from Anna Rosalund. That's what allowed Crosby to get over to third. Next pitch from JJ misses inside. You know, Kendall, she was saying it on Saturday. That's JJ's favorite pitch, that inside half of the plate. Rarely ever goes outside. Nobody out, 2-2. That one popped in the air. Grant in foul ground. She'll move in on it. She's got it 1 away. So 1 down here in the Porter half of the second. And I'll hand it off to Jordan Franklin. Franklin had quite a lot of troubles with J.J. Duke on Saturday. 4 strikeouts against her, plus a ground out, and then in the top of the 13th, she flew out to left on one of the biggest web gems I've ever seen here for Huntsville. That one courtesy of Anna Rosalund. That saved the ball game for the Lady Hornets, where they would then walk it off in the bottom of the 13th. JJ's first offering to Franklin. She hits it well down the left field line. Rosenlund will give it a look, but it's going to drop foul. I guess Franklin heard me saying, reiterating that she struck out 4 times against JJ.
And talking about the last pop-up there to get the first out of the inning, had a lot of backspin on it. She got underneath it, did Pruitt. That's what allowed it to hang in the air enough to allow Grant to come in from first.
JJ going through the signs here with Von Rosenberg behind the plate. Gets the sign and the 0-1 to Franklin. High ball 1.
Good pop on the glove there.
Yeah.
That velocity.
JJ, she can bring a lot of that velocity with her fastball and the rise ball. That one a rise ball there. Let's see what she does here on a 1-1 count with 1 away, nobody on. And Franklin out in front of that one again. Well, foul and out of play. So Franklin catching up here. Has made some adjustments here to JJ.
Yeah, she's definitely looking for something inside, and she's got it pretty timed up. Pretty well, I should say. Timed up pretty well.
1-2. Popped up behind us. It gets out of play yet again.
Bouncing into the concession stand.
Wow. Well, I would say someone gets a freebie, but we only have so many softballs.
No snow cones at this part?
No snow cones.
Ah.
Could go for one right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
I know it's early, but
it's not too hot, not too cold.
Not too hot, not too cold. Real chilly this morning, but now it's really heated up. Here's the 1-2 from JJ. Speaking of heating up, gets a strikeout of Franklin on a fastball, 2 down.
Good job there, just challenging her right over the middle of the plate. Got her to swing a little bit late and underneath on it. 2 outs now in the inning. Good bounce back here in this top of the second.
Here's Lana Hendrickson. She came in as a pinch hitter on Saturday in the 3-2 loss for Porter. Got a single off of JJ, so not too big of a surprise that she'll get the start tonight. She's in place of Kylie Rose, who was the DP on Saturday, and she takes ball 1 inside from JJ. And if you are just joining us, let us know where you're enjoying this ball game from down in the comments below. We'll get to those comments as this ball game progresses. 2 out, nobody on, 1-0. Hendrickson takes a ball 2, and that'll get some groans from the Huntsville side.
Now that one pretty close there, honestly.
You got a better look than I do.
Yeah, it's about a 50-50 ball on that one. Kind of determines how tight your strike zone is on the plate.
2-0 to Hendrickson. Swings, number on the infield. Klowinski moves in, but Grant calls her off, and that'll retire the side here in the top of the second. Porter this time goes quietly. Huntsville will look to answer with a 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Lady Hornets on the other side of this commercial break. From the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAM Sports.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornets softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Need a night out of the kitchen? Perfect, because Double Dave's delivers. Pizza, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads. Call 291-DAVE or order online. Check out our delivery hubs.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. 1-0 Porter here as we go to the bottom of the second. Jordan, before we get started, let's thank some of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely. Affordable Plumbing, family owned and operated since 2000, supporting Walker County and surrounding counties, and also Double Dave's Pizza, slinging dough since 1984.
4, 5, and 6 coming up here for the Lady Hornets. Katie Von Rosenberg will get it started. One of the only switches that the Lady Hornets made going into Saturday. Hope Grant spent a lot of time in the cleanup spot, but hit a little bit of a snag offensively. So Katie, who's brought a really good bat here to the Lady Hornets as the Lady Hornets backstop, she'll stride in as the cleanup hitter to face Dakota Newcomb. Newcomb went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. She starts Katie Von Rosenberg off with ball 1. And thank you guys for tuning in tonight to this incredible ball game we expect it to be. We're still early on in this one. We got almost 50 people tuning in here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, folks, but we appreciate you guys very much. Here's the 1-0 from Newcomb. Von Rosenberg pops a foul.
Almost had it.
No, that wasn't even close. But I will say this, one thing that head coach Morgan Bryan really preaches in practice is, and it's typical fundamentals, you got to cut that ball in half if you want to send it soaring. You can't afford to swing just a little bit down or a little bit up. You'll beat it into the ground or just pop it up like Von Rosenberg did right there. 1-1. Tries to cut it in half there, but fouled it away. 1-2.
And that's the thing, too, like you said, solid contact on the barrel. More times than not, it's going to land somewhere the defender is not. As long as you get solid contact, like you said, hit over the top of it, you're going to ground the ball into the infield. You hit underneath it, you're going to pop it up to someone in the outfield.
1-2 to Von Rosenberg. Called ball 2 inside. As Jackson had to adjust to that ball. And like I said, head coach Morgan Bryan down the third base side, assistant coach Cole Bohannon over there in first base, Brianna Palomino in the dugout with the Lady Hornet bench. 2-2 from Newcomb. Von Rosenberg hits this one well into right center field. This ball is going to rattle off the top of the wall and carry him away from Brown. Von Rosenberg in with a stand-up double.
Huge PC hitting right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that one, the center fielder in Brown thought that one was over the wall for a good amount of that. Literally a couple feet north of that wall, that thing's out of here.
She's done it twice this year. She hit her first high school home run in a game against Kingwood Park, which has a similar wall to this. This one's a little bit lower than K Park's. Her other home run being an inside the park home run against the Dayton Broncos earlier on in district play. Courtesy runner on for the Lady Hornets. Kiana Washington will run for the catcher, Von Rosenberg. So Hope Grant will stride in, the hero from Saturday. The walk-off single to beat Porter to bring us to tonight. Trying to break out of that slump, and she holds off on the first pitch she sees, the count 1-0. And that's very good to see because Hope on Saturday, the one hit, of course, the very important one, but otherwise she was 0 for 5.
Yeah, and that's something too, especially heading into the playoffs. You don't want to be on a hitting slump, so being able to get the winning hit in that ballgame gives her a little bit of a confidence boost heading into the postseason.
Tries to lay down a bunt, but popped it up, but luckily it went foul, 1-1. Again, this is also a part of the thing for the Lady Hornets. This is just your first time through the order. This is a new pitcher you haven't seen once this year. After Kira Crosby pitched both of the games. So obviously some adjustments to be made. Von Rosenberg has done that already. We'll see if Hope can respond. 1-1. Grant swings, fly ball into right. This could be trouble. It's down and past the diving right fielder in Trinity Reese. Kiana Washington will come to the plate. The throw is offline. We are tied. Grant will slide on over to third on the air and throw. Welcome back, Hope Grant.
Again, just good job, good piece of hitting there. Solid on the barrel, solid with the contact, and allowed it just to barely be out of the reach of the diving Reese there. And, of course, enough speed there at second base in Kiana Washington to score. And now you got a brand new ball game. 1-1 here in this one. Now you can kind of reset if you're JJ Duke a bit after giving up the leadoff run in that first inning.
So the go-ahead run for the Lady Hornets now stands at third base. Chloe Sanders, the freshman shortstop, in to face Newcomb. Nobody out here, and there is ball 1 from Newcomb to Sanders. If you heard that voice in the background, that's one of our great colleagues here, Matthew Piasecki. He does great work on the photography side of things. A lot of great folks that support Huntsville and everything. 1-0 to the freshman. Freshman swings into left center. This could be trouble, but Brown scouts it. Grant will tag up. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Huntsville is on top. An RBI sac fly for the freshman Chloe Sanders.
And that's a good job of hitting right there by Chloe Sanders. Obviously, you'd like to get the hit, you'd like to get the base hit, but you still bring in the run anyways, and that's the more important part, is taking the lead if you're Huntsville and putting yourselves on top to put pressure on the Spartans.
So now the Lady Hornets on top, 2-1. Callie Klowinski to the plate with 1 out. And the first offering from Newcomb to Klowinski. Well inside and low, 1-0. And a lot of great folks in attendance. How about this? Lady Hornet basketball coming out here to support the Lady Hornets tonight. Of course, their teammate who was just at the plate, Chloe Sanders. Lady Hornet basketball getting to the regional quarterfinals this year for the first time in 12 years. So glad to have them in attendance for this one here tonight in Willis as Klowinski takes strike 1. Also know there is a former Lady Hornet in the house tonight, the longtime second baseman that Callie Klowinski replaces this year, Alexis Taylor. She's in attendance. They've got the Lady Hornets fans fired up right now, leading 2-1, and the 1-1 to Callie. Swings, and that one into left center for a base hit. That'll roll all the way to the fence. Callie Klowinski, she'll stride into second with a 1-out double.
Again, there's that solid contact you were talking about. Just get most of the, most of the barrel should be the thing that's hitting the ball, not more ball than barrel. And you do that, and hey, you're setting yourself up in a good spot. Like I said, as long as you do that, it's going to go somewhere that the outfielder's not. And now you can really start to sense that pressure being put on Newcomb, as now she's allowed a double, a triple, and a double, and a sacrifice fly to bring in a run here in the inning. Now you kind of start to wonder, how's Newcomb going to recover from this?
And you look at this, after she pitched a clean first, a pop out, a fly out, and a ground out. But then all of a sudden the wheels have fallen off here in the bottom of the second inning. So that's why you saw head coach Alicia Evans-Pickens out to talk with her pitcher. A junior pitcher, no less. Crosby, a sophomore. You also have another pitcher at your disposal, Cammie Hayes, the freshman. So Klowinski in scoring position as an insurance run for the Lady Hornets over at second base. And now Emily Zunker to the plate. The lefty batter for the Lady Hornets. She swings and pops the first pitch she sees. That should hang in play for Avery Evans-Pickens. Indeed it will for the second out. Lori Harpole and her husband Greg tuning in from Lindale tonight, saying, go Lady Hornets, let's do this. Well, they're doing it so far, Lori. 2 down here in the bottom of the second, 2 across for Huntsville. And now the senior Noelle Sandman will bat. With 2 out and a runner at second, Wisely lays off a ball 1. Sandman will head on to Centenary College of Louisiana, coming up in the offseason. Continue her collegiate, academic, and athletic careers. 1-0 from Newcomb. Sandman chops it on the ground, foul, third base side. Would you believe me if I told you that Centenary was once a Division I school?
No, but I feel like we've had a conversation about this before.
So they used to play in what is now the Summit League.
Okay.
It was the Mid-Continent at the time. And now, I believe, a D3 program that Sandman will join. That one's hit well into right center field. This is carrying, and it'll rattle up against the wall. Whoa, Noelle Sandman, welcome to the ball game. An RBI double to score Klowinski, 3-1.
And that is some very, very good 2-out hitting there. Just staying patient, waiting for your pitch, especially on a 1-1 count. Action pitch and getting, just again, solid contact and getting it to fall into right center.
So 4 hits in the inning for the Lady Hornets, 3 of them extra base hits. Back to the top of the lineup, Anna Rosenlund takes ball 1. You gotta wonder, Jordan. Porter really wants that 1 seed bad. Do you defer to Crosby? Who the Lady Hornets have had some struggles figuring out, but obviously you want to save her for the postseason. 1-0, Rosenlund on the ground to the shortstop. Franklin's going to take a good throw to get Rosenlund. Bang, bang, but they do get her at first base. But the Lady Hornets strike for 3 runs here in the bottom of the second. They have a 3-1 lead here on Porter to match what they had on Saturday. Top of the third coming up for Porter. They will have the 9-1-2 when we come back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
Need a night out of the kitchen? Perfect, because Double Dave's delivers. Pizza, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads. Call 291-DAVE or order online. Check out our delivery hubs.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave's.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Back here in Willis, 3-1. Huntsville has the lead in this tiebreaker game here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Carlos Zimmermann here alongside of me is Jordan Smith. In a few moments, we'll thank more of our wonderful sponsors that help make this broadcast possible. But striding to the plate is the 9-hole hitter for Porter, the pitcher Dakota Newcomb, who the Lady Hornets kind of teed off on there in the bottom of the second inning to give him a 3-1 lead. So we'll see if the pitcher responds against the opposing pitcher in J.J. Duke. Duke a tumultuous first, but a clean second. First offering to Dakota Newcomb. Tries to lay down a bunt, and she went around, strike one. Again, Newcomb, a junior, one of the leaders on the pitching staff, along with Kara Crosby and Cammie Hayes. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Newcomb, 0-2. J.J. Duke already in this ball game, 3 punch-outs. Had 17 on Saturday, one shy of her career high that she set at against Lufkin in another 3-2 13-inning ball game. As another swing and a miss by Newcomb gives J.J. her 4th of the night, one down here in the Porter half of the third.
Just a good job locating pitches there. And, you know, like I said, starting off 3 pitches in his punch-out here in the top of the third.
Back to the top of the lineup, Cadence Hayes, as we thank more of our sponsors. First National Bank of Huntsville, Deep Roots, Strong Branches, and My Church, Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach people for Christ. So Hayes will get it started here will come up here at the top of the order with 1 out, and she takes the first offering from JJ, and it's a beautiful changeup for a strike. You know, that's something JJ doesn't really resort to very often, that off speed. She loves blowing the fastball and the rise ball by you. Here's the 0-1. Goes with the rise ball and fouled it away, did Hayes, 0-2.
And sometimes you may want to use the velocity 99% of the time, but you still got to throw that off speed out there to change things up and keep them guessing a little bit.
With 1 out, nobody on, 3-1 Huntsville. Here's the 0-2 to Hayes. Hayes hits it well down the left field side, but it will go foul. Again, if you are tuning in, let us know where you're enjoying this ballgame from down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Huntsville 3 runs across in the bottom of the second off of Dakota Newcomb. Duke comes set. The 0-2 to Hayes. Hayes popped fly. Might stay in play for McHale. Nope, it'll rattle off the top of the Huntsville dugout for another foul. I think we ought to check in with our buddy Colin over in Dayton right now. It is 3-2 in favor of the Hornets tonight. They're in the bottom of the second, I believe, going to the top of the third. Again, a win for the baseball team. They are into the postseason for a second consecutive year. Here's the 0-2 again to Hayes. Hayes hits it on the ground, second base side. Hammond from right would have to come in and make that play because the Lady Hornets were in the shift. So a good job there by Cadence Hayes to beat it. And there's a 1-out base runner for Porter.
And that's just a good job of going against the shift there and playing to your weakness. In other words, because the second baseman, Klawinski, was almost all the way up on second base. You did have Hammond coming a little bit shallower in right field, but not enough. So the quote-unquote infield singles that just barely raced past the infield, but the single there taking advantage of the shift.
So 1 out, runner at first in Hayes. Jackson swinging a miss on a pitch outside, 0-1. Jackson 1 for 1, she singled. Her first time against JJ. And came around to score on the Kira Crosby triple. You got to think this top 4 of the lineup is what the Lady Hornets are going to have to navigate tonight. They have been able to figure out the bottom half. 0-1 from Duke. Jackson fouls it back through the net, 0-2.
Good thing that net was there.
Absolutely, because there goes my head. Jackson steps out of the box for a moment. Looking at the weather tonight, 69 degrees, but feels more in the 70s here in Willis as she lays off of the ball. There does Jackson, 1-2. Again, I said the winds light and variable at best. And it's starting to become a little bit overcast here, just to the south of Huntsville here in Willis.
Of course, game being played today, one, because you got to get the games in early on in the week, but two, to avoid the weather happening tomorrow.
Jackson fouls another one back. Count remains 1-2. That's right. You do have some weather flowing in. That's why baseball's often going tonight as well. Again, the bi-district round starts on Thursday across all of UIL 5A. And we will have all the games for you. Just depends on who Huntsville is going to play, on who they play, and where will be. 1-2 again on the way to Jackson. Jackson pops it foul yet again. How many pitches is that?
This is pitch number 6.
That'll come on the way here?
Yep.
All right. So JJ again having to work through some tumultuous at-bats. Again, Hayes getting on with the, we'll call it an infield single. So just skied it into the outfield. JJ trying to win the battle here. Another 1-2 on the way to Jackson. High that time. Appeal down to second. He did not. So the count 2-2 as Jackson just held off.
Yeah, trying to get her with the high heater, but almost had it. She was about 3/4 of the way through a 3/4 swing, but just not enough, just barely, according to the second base umpire in Marshall Niederhofer.
2-2 to Jackson. High ball down the left field side, but also well out of play. Hey, Jordan Kiley says, hey, how are you? Good to hear from you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Like I said, 762 days since you and I last called the Lady Hornet softball game.
Man.
That was technically game 3
yes.
of the bi-district round between Huntsville and Texas High that Kiley was a member of the team of. Good to have you tuning in, Kylie from Maryland, as that is a single to the left side for Christina Jackson. So tying run on for Porter and Kira Crosby to the plate. Good at bat there by the backstop for Porter.
And now's the situation. If you're JJ Duke, don't want to panic. It's only 1 out. Yes, you do have the runner at second, but right now, if you're the defense, you're getting ready for double play depth. Try to get double play, get out of the inning quickly, and leave a runner stranded on second base and keep the 2-run lead.
First offering to Crosby. She takes a ball outside, but it was ball 1. It was strike 1. Wow, all right.
Also, Kylie, good to hear from you as well. To finally answer your question.
She's playing at Maryland Eastern Shore now. That is a Division I school out of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference up there in Maryland. Crosby pops this one up on the infield, but it's going to get out of play, out of the reach of Hope Grant.
The MEAC.
The MEAC, yes.
One of my favorite conferences to say.
Absolutely. Couple of my favorites. There's the MAC, there's the MAC, the MAAC.
Emphasis on the A.
And then the MEAC.
Yeah.
Heard they're also getting some new turf, is Maryland Eastern Shore, for their baseball and softball program. Saw that on Facebook today. So kudos to you guys, Kylie, as Crosby hits that one in the air to left, and it's down in front of Rosenlund. They will hold the runner going to the plate in Aiden's Hayes. They got a runner off the base pass as well, so we got a pickle on our hands here. Lady Hornets they practice this all the time, so now Kilowinski will have to go to the plate. Now the runners are all backing up. They get the out over there at third. No, they got everybody safe.
How in the world?
No one made a call.
I think the home plate umpire was the one that officially finally made the call. Coach Bryan's now going to talk with them.
They're going to converge here. They're going to have to converge here because ultimately the home plate umpire made the call.
Now, here's the question.
But Niederhofer, I thought, had a better look.
Now, here's the question. And I know they didn't officially tag third base, I don't believe. Both runners were not on third at the same time.
No.
Okay. Because otherwise, then the lead runner would be out, I believe, by default. Because of that.
I'm thinking McHale maybe slapped the tag before she even got back.
It was very close. They're going to call it safe.
They'll call it safe. So, bases loaded for Porter with one down here in the top of the third inning. Head coach Morgan Bryan will talk things over here with the home plate umpire to try and maybe get some answers.
So I guess technically a single?
I guess. Yeah, that's a single because it got down and left. So 3 straight hits after the strikeout of Newcomb. And all 3 of them really in some unorthodox ways. Hayes beating the shift. Jackson with a simple single to left, and then that one that just got down in front of Rosenlund. Luckily, she was smart. She didn't try to dive for it and try to do too much with 1 out. But now Avery Evans-Pickens to the plate, the heavy hitter here for the Lady Spartans. And she's swinging at the first pitch she sees. That is going to get out of play and out of the reach of anybody, but a big strike number 1 for Duke against Evans-Pickens.
Right now, if you're Duke, got to settle down here. Just kind of breathe, take a couple breaths, take a second off the rubber here, and just kind of relax a little bit. Best scenario, get the strikeout. Because then you get the strikeout, you set up the play at first base to get out of the inning and leave the bases loaded. So just focus on getting your locations and getting the punch out.
Duke gets the sign from Von Rosenberg, 0-1. Called, strike 2. This would be a big out number 2 if JJ can get it. She struck out Evans-Pickens her first time, and she also got Reese looking, who's on deck. Base hit should tie the game. As that a little number on the infield, but out of the reach of McHale.
I think that was kind of a decision where Evans-Pickens decided, I'm going to swing no matter where this was, and that one ran way in on her hands there. So lucky she was able to get contact if you're the Spartans, but now, again, you get to reset, and now if you're Duke, you're thinking she may swing at anything. So maybe look for something down low and a bit inside to tie her up.
And you got a good catcher in Von Rosenberg who knows how to protect the plate well. Here's the 0-2. Popped up, but out of play again. Again, number 1 seed on the line tonight here in District 16 5A. Lady Spartans, co-district champions. Huntsville, co-district champions. This one, their 3rd district championship in a row dating back to 2021. So it's been a near half decade of dominance for the Lady Hornets. 28 out of 30 wins across 3 years. Next pitch to Evans-Pickens. Fought it off, and Grant will give it a look, but it's still going to get out of play. The battle will rage on here. I believe 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Now, something to note here, JJ coming into the inning, 33 total pitches. She's already eclipsed her highest pitch total per inning, which is 19 so far in the ballgame. She's well over 20, if not getting close to about 25 right now. So got to be able to get the quick out here and reset for out number 2.
0-2 to Evans-Pickens. High ball 1. Well caught as well by Von Rosenberg to save the run. We knew it was going to be a doozy of a matchup tonight. Porter won the first match 1-0. Lady Hornets walked it off in 13 innings on Saturday, so we knew this could go any which way. Bases loaded and the 1-2 again. And that one squirts away from Von Rosenberg, and that'll score the 2nd run for Porter. And Evans-Pickens laid off of it, so it's 2-2, and it's now 3-2. Time call by the home plate umpire here in Dustin Gano. New set of softballs here, I should say, for Katie Von Rosenberg as well for Gano. So another run across for Porter. It's now 3-2. That matches our score from Saturday. But a lot earlier in this ball game than it was on Saturday. That's why if people see me out here at the ballpark, I'm a little red today. But right now, JJ's got to work her way out. 2-2 again to Evans-Pickens. She hits this one in the air to right center field. Digging back on it is Sam, and she's got it. But that will be enough to tie the ball game, as that'll bring home on a sacrifice fly Christina Jackson. Well, we got a ball game, folks. Tie game, 3-3 here in the 3rd. But either way for the Lady Hornets, that is a big out number 2.
It really is, because now, like you said, you've got the go-ahead run standing on third base since they've tied it up here. Now, again, you just got to refocus here, settle in, and just find a way to get the ground out, head back to the dugout, and regroup here if you're due.
Luckily for the Lady Hornets, the heart of the order is coming up. 2, 3, and 4. McHale, Duke, and Von Rosenberg in the bottom half of the inning. Runner at third in Crosby. Into the plate, Trinity Reese struck out her last time against JJ, and she fouls the first pitch off. And I want to thank a big thank you to the folks here at Willis High School for being so accommodating for us and getting us ready to go here. Talking with their PA announcer here, and Gary might be an SFA alum, but hey, I'll let it go. Big thank you to those guys helping us and hosting us here tonight, just to the south of Huntsville. 0-1 to Reese. Just missed inside, 1-1. And JJ's wondering where that one missed.
Yeah, he's called strikes in that spot before throughout the ball game, so the question is warranted.
And go ahead run for Porter 60 feet away at third. Here's the 1-1. Reese swing and a miss, 1-2. Again, McHale, Duke, and Von Rosenberg do up for the Lady Hornets in the bottom of the third. Reese will dig back into the box. 2 across for Porter to tie the game at 3 in this tiebreaker matchup. 1-2 from Duke. Called strike 3 on the inner half, and that'll retire the side. Second time Reese has gone down looking. That is strikeout number 5 for JJ Duke, but the damage is done. Porter has tied this game at 3. We've got a barn burner here tonight just to the south of Huntsville in Willis. Heart of the order up for the Lady Hornets when we come back in 60 seconds from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Running a business is tough. Sometimes you need a little help.
Walter Bennett, Huntsville.
Your neighbors at First National Bank of Huntsville understand. We've helped thousands of local businesses stabilize cash flow, eliminate bottlenecks, and secure fresh resources for growth. It's what we do for over 130 years. Follow your dreams with First National Bank of Huntsville, where dreams come first.
First National Bank of Huntsville. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Into the bottom of the third, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Carlos Zimmermann here. Glad to have you with us here this evening. New pitcher on here for the Lady Spartans. That appears to be the freshman, Cammie Hayes, now into pitch for Porter. So, with a tie game 3-3, head coach Evans Pickens defers to the freshman, Jordan.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Huntsville reacts to this, obviously. Now with the situation here being tied once again, you've really got to find a way, if you're Huntsville, to just keep on putting the pressure offensively. They've done a good job so far, being able to collect 4 hits in that second inning and putting all 3 of their runs in that bottom of the second. Got to find a way to keep the pressure on here.
You got out of that jam despite the go-ahead run for Porter over at third base. So another pitcher that the Lady Hornets have not yet seen yet, so we'll see how they approach the freshman pitcher here for the Porter Lady Spartans. Again, I want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, because everybody deserves to be remembered, and Texpress Urgent Care, quality health care, and unmatched customer service. So here's Eris McHale to the plate. Flew out her first time. That was against Dakota Newcomb. As the sun has set here in Willis, McHale takes ball 1 from Hayes. Oh, 1-0 to McHale. Chops onto the ground, second base side. Cadence Hayes over to get it. Throw to first in time, 1 down. Now JJ Duke will stride to the batter's box. She is 0 for 1. She grounded out against Newcomb in the first. And as I said, a great crowd on hand here from Huntsville. They didn't have to travel far, neither did we, as the first offering from Hayes to Duke is hard, but right to Avery Evans-Pickens, throw to Hendrickson in time, 2 down. So a pair of quick outs for the Lady Hornets here in their half of the third to turn it over to Katie Von Rosenberg. Thank you, Alexis Taylor, for the waters.
Might have embarrassed her.
She doesn't get embarrassed.
But yeah, I mean, very, very quick swings here from Huntsville. Only 3 pitches in the inning, and we have 2 outs already. They've got to be able to find a way to at least let some pitches come by, kind of study what Hayes is doing in the circle, and figure out the game plan from there.
Well, Von Rosenberg doesn't listen to you. She swings at the first pitch and fouled it away, 0-1.
How many people do? Let's be honest.
I refuse to listen to you sometimes.
Probably fair, let's be honest.
You know I love you.
I know. You too, bud.
Update from Dayton we'll get in a second as Von Rosenberg hits a hot shot, but wow, what a pick by Franklin. It's short in time for the third and final out. So a ground out to second, a ground out to third, and a ground out to short. They complete the Triple Crown, does Porter, and that'll retire the side here in the bottom half of the third. We remain tied at 3 apiece as we go to the fourth here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hello, I'm Greg Smith, and am proud to be the owner of Huntsville and Walker County's premier funeral home, Sam Houston Memorial. What makes us the premier funeral home? The reasons are simple. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has the premier facilities in the area, and our directors and staff are top of the line, offering premier care for you and your loved ones in their time of need. Locally owned and family managed for 2 decades, it's our family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
Welcome back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Top of the fourth, almost time to get underway for that. Before we get there, we'll get an update from the baseball side of things. Huntsville, wow, I got a lot of reflux today. Huntsville with a 6-2 lead over Dayton right now. In the bottom of the third inning, Dayton has a runner on. Now they have 2 down now. Colin Neal has the call for you down there in Dayton. Again, the Hornet baseball team with a win, they're back in the playoffs, but they will have to run into a familiar foe in Hallsville. If I'm not mistaken, the team that knocked them out last year, albeit in 3 games.
Yeah, the run even for Huntsville last year was kind of a shock as well, that they're even able to get a run. I think a lot of people were not even expecting the team to get to the postseason in general, so getting there last year was a win. Get here again this year, sounded good things to come through the near future here.
6, 7, and 8 here for Porter here in Willis. Carlos Zimmermann alongside of Jordan Smith. So we're at the halfway point in this ball game. Tied 3-3 as it's Lindsay Pruitt at the plate for the Lady Spartans, and she goes around on that one, and the count quickly 0-2 off of JJ's rise ball. Unlike the previous 2 games, the defense has been very cognizant for both sides. Here's the 0-2 on the way here to Pruitt. Pruitt fouls it back again. Pruitt fouled out to Hope Grant her last time to the plate. Nobody out, and the 0-2 again. Pruitt fouls that one off towards the knob of the bat, and the at-bat will roll on. Again, Pruitt on Saturday had 2 hits off of J.J. Duke. That came in the 2nd and came in the 6th. Otherwise, J.J. was able to figure her out. She did reach on an error. That came in the 4th, and that would ultimately put Porter on the board first. 0-2. Did she go? Appeal down to first base. She did. So the first base umpire, and Ivan Williams, says she went around. That is another strikeout for J.J. Duke, number 6 on the night, and there's one away here in the Porter half of the 4th.
And that's the out you want to have to start out here in this top of the 4th inning. Just settle in a little bit after what just, transpired, not able to get any runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Allows you to settle down and play within yourself. Already 6 punch-outs here for the first 3 1/3 innings of play. Having a good day in the circle so far.
Here's Jordan Franklin. She lays down a bunt. Man, that had some wicked spin, but they say she is out on the first base side. Must have been interference. Or it touched her when she left the box.
Potentially. I'm not exactly sure. As now a conversation is going to be had here, but yeah, it was pretty bang there at home plate with it. It didn't roll far. That's the thing. Now, granted, we take a look at the dirt here. There's a lot of ridges right around home plate, so maybe could have caught in a crater, but I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, that thing was spinning around like a top, so I think they're going to bring the umpire, the meeting of the minds here between Gano, Williams, and Niederhofer. Try and talk this one over. If the call stands, it's a big out number 2 for the Lady Hornets. If not, it's 1 out, and Franklin is on at first. Again, that ball had some wicked spin on it and stayed in front of the plate, but Gano was right on top of it. We'll see what they decide to go with. They did not change the 1 call for Huntsville. Interesting if they decide to change it here.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Obviously, there's no instant replay.
They'll stick with it.
There's no instant replay in high school softball until you get to the state championship. So really most of these calls are going to stand unless it is irrefutable that there was a mistake on the call. So yeah, not surprised there now 2 outs. And again, like you said, big out there due to the interference that we're going to assume was called
how do you score
on
that?
Franklin.
How do you even score that? I'm just going to say an out for now as Duke's ready to get back to work. Here's Lana Hendrickson. She'll foul the first pitch right at you.
Yeah, that one would have taken my head off.
The count 0-1.
Staring down the inevitable.
You really have that in your scorebook. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
So I'll register it as an out right now. I'll talk to our de facto SID coming up in just a minute, Anthony Bryan here behind us. The 0-1 with 2 out. Hendrickson swinging a miss on a pitch high, 0-2.
Good job getting the swing and the miss on the high locator. Now, big opportunity here. If you can get something to work inside, get out of the inning. 1, 2, 3.
Hendrickson popped out to Grant last time to the plate. Duke's 0-2 offering to Hendrickson. Swing and a miss. Punch out number 7 on the fastball from J.J. Duke. 1, 2, 3. Go the Lady Spartans, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 4th. Halfway here in Wildcat Country, here between Porter and Huntsville, we will have the 5, 6, and 7 for Huntsville. Grant, Sanders, and Klawinski. When we come back from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAM Sports.
Texpress Urgent Care Clinic is here to treat your poison ivy, animal bites, sunburns, lacerations, sprains, breaks, and don't forget your camp and sports physicals so you can quickly get back to your daily life. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic in Huntsville, located at 193 I-45 South. Texpress Urgent Care offers a variety of procedures. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care Clinic near Bahama Bucks and McAllister's in Huntsville. Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet Softball and Baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Back here in Willis, to the bottom of the 4th we go as overcast skies lay around southeast Texas. Hope Grant, Chloe Sanders, and Callie Klawinski due up for the Lady Hornets here in the bottom half of the 4th. Jordan, before Hope steps into the box, let's thank more of our wonderful, wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, because everybody deserves to be remembered, and Texpress Urgent Care, quality health care, and unmatched customer service.
Second inning of work here for the freshman Cammie Hayes. She'll deal with Hope Grant, the senior. And Grant swings at the first pitch. Up the middle to Franklin. Good play, 1 away. And Hope got all of that.
And that's one of those you just kind of have to tip your cap there to the shortstop in Franklin. She has got tremendous speed there going laterally left and right across the infield and was just there just in time and be able to get it off of the skip there, off of the dirt, and get the first out of the inning.
She had trouble with one of those on Saturday, and that ultimately would help the Lady Hornets to a victory. We're knotted up at 3 right now here in the bottom of the 4th. The freshman Sanders to face the other freshman in Hayes, and there's a pitch high from Hayes, 1-0. And Porter under the direction of head coach Alicia Evans-Pickens and assisted by Taylor Hawk and Tressa Silcott. There's the 1-0 from Hayes. Sanders hits it well into center, but is diving out there in center field is Layla Brown for the second out.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad hit either by Sanders. Right up the gut, and a good job of being able to get that one at least close to the ground. But again, tip your cap to Brown getting there, making the diving stop in center field. Just unfortunate set of circumstances.
So 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Huntsville now with Callie Klawinski at the plate. And she lays off, but it is strike 1. And I'm looking at Hayes here and just the repertoire she has. I don't see a whole lot of speed to her. I mean, you don't expect that out of a freshman. Of course, we've been spoiled. JJ has been a fireball since day 1. Here's the 0-1. Klawinski fouls it back, 0-2.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you said, especially from a young arm, you're not going to see a ton of velocity. That'll build as the years go on, but a lot of off speed, a lot of breaking stuff. That's something you kind of have to work with as a hitter, because most of the time you're expecting all of these pitchers to have some kind of velocity. So having to go the other way, a little bit of a mental challenge.
0-2, Klawinski, right to Evans-Pickens at third. Throw on the first, in time, side retired. 1-2-3 go the Lady Hornets once again, not able to cash in here, but a couple of good defensive stops by Porter do not allow them as we go to the top of the 5th inning. We have got the 9-1-2 up for Porter when we come back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Need a night out of the kitchen? Perfect, because Double Dave's delivers. Pizza, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads. Call 291-DAVE or order online. Check out our delivery hubs.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Welcome back to Willis on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. 9-1-2 to face J.J. Duke, and Cammie Hayes will be the one to get us started, now in for Dakota Newcomb. We'll see what J.J. can do here. She'll get through, hopefully try to get through the 9-hole hitter, but then she has to go back to the top. Where at the top of the order between Hayes, Jackson, and Crosby, they are 5-4-6. Hayes will dig in here to face the junior Duke. Duke already with 7 strikeouts in this ball game here into the 5th frame. And JJ's first offering to Cammie Hayes is swung on and hit down the line. Grant gave it a look and a slide, but it drops foul. So good effort by the senior Grant. But there is strike number 1. So Cammie Hayes so far, after coming in relief of Dakota Newcomb, has thrown a perfecto, 6 up, 6 down against her. Albeit a couple of those really well hit, but also well defended. Duke's 0-1 to Hayes. Pop foul, 0-2. And Cadence Hayes waits on deck. She is 1 for 2. An infield single her last time to the plate. She flew out to lead off the ball game. And that top of the lineup is going to be critical for JJ to navigate cleanly to get it back around to your offense. Another 0-2. Hayes fouls it off yet again.
And in the 4th, it was a good response by Duke, only throwing 9 pitches, all of them counting as a strike in the inning. That was after throwing 30 pitches in the 3rd. Right now, coming into this inning, 72 pitches through 4 innings. Got to find a way to limit it here, just like you did in the 4th.
So number 4 retoes the slab. And another 0-2 to Hayes. Pops yet another one foul. So So Hayes has just been ordered here by Coach Evans Pickens, swing at everything to find a way to crowd the base paths.
And that's something, too, with this ball game. You look at the scorecard, and the common theme here in this one, multiple foul balls in almost every single at-bat in the ball game so far. They seem to have timing a bit on Duke.
Just missed inside there, 1-2. JJ's been able to get 2 strikeouts looking today, both of those charged to Trinity Reese, but all the other strikeouts have been swinging as that inside pitch. He loves it, but hasn't gotten it every single time tonight. Nobody on, nobody out. 1-2 again to Hayes. Hayes, a little number on the infield. Duke will get over to get it for the out. So good job getting out of the circle there. Of course, you had Hope Grant backing her up, but a big out number 1 for the Lady Hornets here in the top of the 5th inning. That will turn it over now to the top of the lineup, Cadence Hayes, who's 1 for 2.
And sometimes you just got to make your own outs, you know, and that was a good job there on the running effort by Duke. She didn't have to travel far for it, but was able to get to the line just in time to make the out here. And again, she's doing good so far through the last inning and a third, I should say. See how she keeps the rhythm going here.
Like I said, top of the order is 5 for 6 against her this evening as Cadence Hayes swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. A lot of foul balls, as you alluded to. Hayes has been the culprit of multiple of those, and she's been able to work out good ABs after swinging at the first pitch of the ball game, no less. In Huntsville in their shift, McHale and Sanders in the deep infield. Callie Klawinski near second base. There's a high rise ball there from Duke. The count 1-1 as Hayes laid off. And Anna Rosenlund playing in shallow left. Sandman in left center. Riley Hammond in shallow right. 1-1. Hayes lays off for ball 2. Again, no walks have been surrendered in this ball game. Either Duke or the 2 pitchers for Porter in Newcomb and Hayes. As Hayes fouls that one off in the count even. You know, she's been really locating that ball well in the middle half of the plate. Hayes has been catching up to it. You got to wonder, I like the option of going high to change the elevation, but you got to be able to find a way to get Hayes to miss it. 2-2. Fouled off yet again. Porter sporting their, I guess we'll call it a Sparty jersey tonight, with just the Spartan logo in front. Huntsville sporting some new digs tonight. Curse of Huntsville written across the front, green with the white pinstripes. Good guys here with another 2-2. Hayes fights it off into left center, and it's down for a base hit in front of Noelle Sandman. So Hayes, another single, and early trouble here for Huntsville. Now the infield will move back into double play depth. Christina Jackson to the plate. She is 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of singles.
Yeah, and Hayes now 2 for 3 with 2 singles and even a run scored. And right now, with this one out in the top of the 5th, she represents the go-ahead run. At the plate right now in Jackson, she represents insurance. You've got to make sure that Hayes does not get into scoring position whatsoever.
One opportunity might be on as well. There it is, as that is fouled off by Jackson. So the count 0-1. And now Eris McHale, J.J. Duke, Katie Von Rosenberg. 3 of the 6 juniors out there for the Lady Hornets. Well, actually 5 of them out there. The other one, Emily Zunker, in the dugout. And that is going to be a massive senior class next year. So when the iron is hot, you got to strike.
Speak for yourself. We've got 15 seniors on our team. That's half our roster.
0-1 again to Jackson. Free swinging that time. Now the bunt option is gone, so the count 0-2.
Granted, our school out at Grand Oaks, 4th year, 5th year, so a lot of high numbers in the early going.
Yeah, you're going to have that with a brand new school there. I believe they are District 13 6A.
That is correct.
I know my high school sports. Of course, you guys, you're fighting for a playoff spot as well coming up tomorrow. We'll Talk about that in a second. Here's the 0-2 to Jackson. Jackson chops on the ground, back to Duke. Throw to short to get the lead runner, Crosby. A fielder's choice for the second out. Good job there by J.J. Duke. Despite the a little shaky there from Chloe Sanders, but they get the fielder's choice no less, 1-6.
And that's the main thing, is as long as you get that lead runner out, makes it a lot easier for you. You would have loved the double play to get out of the inning, but now the go-ahead run is still at first base, and all you got to do is get the out at first to get out of the inning without any damage.
Especially at the top of the order as well, as the first offering to Kira Crosby runs high on the rise ball, 1-0. So like I said, Grand Oaks, you guys have playing for a playoff spot as well. Who do you guys face tomorrow?
We face off against Cleveland.
Ah.
Yeah.
Another red school.
Yes.
You get a double dose of that tonight and then again tomorrow. 1-0. Crosby fouls it back, 1-1. You can tune into that on the Legacy Sports Network, our good friends over there. And Gerald Sanchez, you guys do great work over there. Jordan will have the call for that ball game coming up tomorrow, 6:30?
7 o'clock first pitch, 6:45 pregame.
There you go. 1-1. I went a bit low that time, 2-1, as it just misses there to Crosby. Crosby tonight is 2 for 2, a triple and a single. Again, got the start in the circle on Saturday in the 3-2 loss in 13 innings. Tie game 3-3, runner on at first. Here's the 2-1. Crosby pops it up, but it's going to get out of play to the Huntsville side. Takes a hop and in to the hands of Chloe Sanders' father. The entire infield, minus Callie Klawinski, ran all the way over here to try and get a look at it.
Entire infield ran this way, and then the fans continue the trend.
Yes. It's a good catch. On a hop. 2 out, 2-2 count here for J.J. Duke on Kira Crosby. The runner at first is Christina Jackson, who got on with the fielder's choice. And the pitch. High ball, 3, full count. First full count of the night.
I expect the runner to go from first here in Jackson. 3-2 count, basically a de facto hit and run situation.
And you got the dangerous Avery Evans Pickens on deck if Crosby's able to find a way to get on. What will JJ resort to here? She'll go through the signs with Von Rosenberg. She's got the one she likes. She'll toe the slab. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, hit a mile high, but also, well, foul. Rosenlund will give it a look. She's got it against the wall. I thought it was going to get out in the foul side, but Anna Rosenlund stuck with it. And another great play in foul ground by the sophomore left fielder, and that will get the Lady Hornets out of the jam here in the top of the 5th, bottom of the 5th. Coming up here with the 8-9-1 for the Lady Hornets to try and break the tie. We'll have it for you when we come back in 60 seconds from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Need a night out of the kitchen? Perfect, because Double Dave's delivers. Pizza, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads. Call 291-DAVE or order online. Check out our delivery hubs.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Running a business is tough. Sometimes you need a little help.
Walter Bennett, President of First National Bank of Huntsville.
Your neighbors at First National Bank of Huntsville understand. We've helped thousands of local businesses stabilize cash flow, eliminate bottlenecks, and secure fresh resources for growth. It's what we do for over 130 years. Follow your dreams with First National Bank of Huntsville, where dreams come first.
First National Bank of Huntsville, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Delighted to have you with us tonight. We are tied 3-3 in this tiebreaker game between the Porter Lady Spartans and the Huntsville Lady Hornets. I want to remind you, tonight's broadcast brought to you by Affordable Plumbing, family owned and operated since 2000, supporting Walker County and surrounding counties, and our great friends at Double Dave's Pizza, slinging dough since 1984.
Quick note on the final stat line here for the starter in Dakota Newcomb. 10 batters faced, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. No strikeouts, no walks, no homers, 29 total pitches, 19 strikes thrown. Very short day for the starter, and Huntsville got to her early. 3 runs in the second. Haven't been able to muster much of anything since. We'll see what happens here in the 5th.
8-9-1. Emily Zunker, the verbal commit to Angelina College, and she swings at the first pitch there from Hayes. Franklin there to play it. The speedy Zunker not able to leg it out. 1 pitch, 1 out. So in this second time through the order, the Lady Hornets have grounded out 7 out of 8 times. The line out of Chloe Sanders was the lone one that was not. So they've been trying to get the small ball, but I guess you could call this infield for Porter the Great Wall of China. They have not allowed anything to get by them. Now can Noelle Sandman do something here? She's got a double on the night. She lays off for ball 1.
I actually call that one a strike, calling on the outside.
Did he
corner.
call that a strike?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I know.
0-1. That one, that time for a ball, 1-1.
But talking about those ground outs you were mentioning, of the last 8 outs, 7 are ground outs. 4 of those have been to the shortstop in Franklin.
She had an error on Saturday, so I'm sure she has definitely heard that from her coaching staff. So she's definitely responded here tonight with some good defense on the shortstop side. Last pitch there was a ball, 2-1 the count.
Trying to get the breaking ball to work there, but missed it high. So good opportunity now with Sandman ahead in the count.
2-1 from Hayes. Sandman pops it up. Cadence Hayes will give it a look in foul ground. She's got it for the second out. So 2 down in the Huntsville half of the 5th. Back to the top of the lineup here. Anna Rosenlund will get some words of encouragement here from her senior fellow outfielder, Noelle Sandman. So Rosenlund, who had some struggles on Saturday, just the 1 hit in that ball game. Was hitless against Dayton last Tuesday, so we'll see how she approaches Hayes here. She takes strike 1 on the off speed. Lights starting to come on here at Willis High School. We approach 7:30 on this Monday night. Here's the 0-1 to Rosenlund. That misses outside, 1-1.
And you notice there how the catcher in Jackson, when she sets up on that outside pitch, she kind of leans and somewhat falls to the opposite batter's box, but keeps her glove in the zone just enough to get the call more times than not.
Here's the 1-1. Rosenlund chops on the ground. Franklin, good play off to her left, and the throw down is not in time. An infield single for Anna Rosenlund. That one a bit more for Franklin to play to the right, and that allowed Rosenlund the reach to keep the inning going.
And that's the thing with Rosenlund's speed, getting to first base, combined with, like you said, forcing Franklin to go to her right, away from where the play is supposed to be made at first, allowing just that extra half second to get there at first, because it was a pretty close play there for that infield single.
First pitch, kind of a pitch out there from Cammie Hayes. You don't see that too often in softball, just trying to keep Anna Rosenlund honest over at first base. So a 1-0 count here to start McHale. McHale tonight 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. First hit of the night, by the way, given up by Hayes as McHale foul tips it off of Jackson's glove, and the count now 1-1. And we'll get an update from down in Dayton in just a little while.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were about to say down under.
Land down under? Don't give me that opportunity, Jordan. I will do it. 1-1, McHale, ooh, swing and a miss, 1-2. He was not quite prepared for that off speed there from Cammie Hayes.
I think she was even a little bit behind on the off speed there too. So something to watch for here. Got to choke up on the bat. Anything close, just get it past the infield to continue the inning.
1-2. McHale, pop fly into right center. Hayes backs up on it in shallow right, but the right fielder in Trinity Reese calls her off, and that will retire the side in the bottom of the 5th. Lady Hornets do strand 1. That enables the heart of the order in the 6th, but They have got to get through the 4, 5, and 6 of Porter coming up in the top of the 6. We're back to a stalemate, guys. Hopefully something will give in favor of Huntsville in a little while, but we'll see what happens as we go to the final 2 frames here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hello, I'm Greg Smith, and am proud to be the owner of Huntsville and Walker County's premier funeral home, Sam Houston Memorial. What makes us the premier funeral home? The reasons are simple. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has the premier facilities in the area, and our directors and staff are top of the line, offering premier care for you and your loved ones in their time of need. Locally owned and family managed for 2 decades, it's our family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
Back here in Willis. This tiebreaker matchup in District 16 5A. Carlos Zimmermann here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Alongside of me, my broadcast partner, the other half of the dynamic duo in Jordan Smith. Again, if you are tuning in, let us know where you're enjoying this ballgame from down in the comments below. My normal road color analyst is tuning in, Luke Scott. Saying sting him tonight. Glad to have you tuning in, Luke. I'm hoping you're out of class by now. And not watching it there in Professor Jonathan Reed's class.
Oh, it's Reed, he may be.
I know, he might.
I don't think Reed would care.
Reed might have it up on the screen for all we know as a teaching moment.
If so, hey, Reed.
I doubt it, but it is 7:30. I'm sure he's at the comfort of his own home with his wife and kids. Of course, you and I aren't here without him. 1-0 to Evans Pickens, past McHale for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Porter gets them cooking here in the top of the 6th inning. But now we're getting to that part of the lineup that is JJ has not given up a hit to just yet. Trinity Reese will come to the plate. She has struck out looking both times to the plate.
Yeah, and if she can get the outs here, big confidence boost again. It's like we saw last inning. Runners getting left on in the 5th, being able to hold them from scoring at home. So she has the confidence now, but can she repeat it again?
Reese pops the first pitch back behind us, 0-1.
Hey, way to come out and attack, kid. I like it.
And the Lady Hornets trying to find a way. As really, we're getting to that point of the ball game. Whoever scores next should come away with the victory. 1 on at first for Porter. Here's the 0-1. A bunt popped, though, by McHale, but wisely Evans Pickens back to the bag in time at first. But a good job there by Eris McHale, not overrunning that bunt there by Reese, as she'll go back to the dugout with some frustration. But that is a big out number 1 for the Lady Hornets.
And that was a good job by McHale there, kind of risking the biscuit there with basically dead sprint to home plate, and was pretty much almost there when the bunt attempt was made in the first place. But again, good defensive job there by the third baseman.
Pruitt, a hot shot in the left and down for a base hit. 2 on and 1 out for the Lady Spartans. So some trouble here on the base paths, and the go-ahead run for Porter in scoring position for Jordan Franklin. Pruitt, her first hit of the night, now 1 for 3. Franklin got out last time on batter's interference. She's also struck out against Duke tonight. With 1 out and 2 on, Franklin pops the first pitch away.
And looking at, Duke so far, about to throw pitch number 100 of the ball game in this situation with this 1 out 0-1 count, runners on first and second again. Get the strikeout here, get out number 2, makes it a lot easier for you to get out of the inning.
And she'll lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 0-1. Franklin lays off, but called. Strike 2 on the inner half, her favorite pitch.
Down and in right at about the knees there against the right-handed hitter, and just a good job there.
Nothing you can do as a batter. JJ looking for a big out number 2. And ahead in the count here on Franklin with 2 on and 1 out, tied at 3. And Franklin swings, hits it in the left, and it's down for a base hit. They will hold the runners, and we are loaded with 1 out for Lana Hendrickson. So Jordan Franklin gets her first hit of the night. The bottom of the order producing here for Porter.
Saw this earlier in the ball game in that 3rd inning. Back-to-back-to-back singles, and once again, bases loaded just like in that 3rd inning. Gotta find a way at this point. plays at home, that's first and foremost. But if you can get the double play to end the inning, better scenario.
Hendrickson tonight 0 for 2. First pitch from J.J. Duke. Hendrickson, a little number on the infield. A big out number 2 and caught by Chloe Sanders. That is huge. For the second out with the bases remaining loaded, no one could move.
Especially on the first pitch, too. That's perfect scenario there. You didn't want to give up anything more or go behind in the count or anything. Now, 2-out situation. Play shift from home plate to first base. So really just get a ground out, force some weak contact, and get out of the inning.
And it's the freshman Cammie Hayes to deal with J.J. Duke. She popped out to J.J. her first time to the plate, first offering. Cammie fouls it back, 0-1. You know, we're kind of in that round 0 situation here, as this is the tune-up really for both of these teams to go into the postseason. Again, Hallsville and Mount Pleasant await to see who their opponent will be in the bi-district round. What a gauntlet District 15 was this year. Talk about that in a little bit. Here's the 0-1. Hayes swing and a miss. Big strike number 2 for JJ. And I say all of that to say that, you know, these kind of situations, bases loaded and 2 out, and you're ahead in the count 0-2, this is going to show you what kind of pitcher you are. If JJ can work her way through it, the third-year varsity letterman, it would be a big momentum boost going into the bottom half of the 6th. Bases loaded, and the 0-2 on the way to Hayes. Hayes pops it foul, and a good spoil job. Don't you hate it when that happens? You set it up perfectly, and then they keep the at-bat going.
That's when you set it up the next inning.
That's right.
Or the next pitch, I should say.
Infield and outfield staying frosty here for the Lady Hornets. Trying to keep everybody at bay and keep this game tied at 3. We've been there since the top of the 3rd. JJ ahead in the count, 0-2 on the freshman pitcher, Cammie Hayes. And the other 0-2 on the way. Hayes fouls it off yet again.
Again, this is one of those games, like you said, kind of round 0, if you will. It's a weird situation for both teams because you know you're in the postseason. It's just a matter of whether you're the 1 seed or the 2 seed. But having these situations come up is perfect preparation for what you'll see later on in the playoffs.
2 out, bases loaded. Hayes fighting here. 5th pitch of the at-bat on the way. The 0-2. Popped foul again. Brooke Carvajal, I hope I said that right. She's tuning in from Oklahoma City tonight. We got some out-of-staters tuning into the ball game tonight. Glad to have you with us, Brooke. In between innings, we'll get an update from Huntsville baseball as they're fighting for their playoff hopes tonight. JJ trying to battle. Getting 2 strikes, but 3 fouls from Cammie Hayes. Bases loaded, 2 out. The 0-2 again. Hayes fouls it off again.
4 straight foul balls, 5 in the at-bat itself, as pitch number 7 is about to come up here. And just a good battle here. Obviously, both players knowing the situation. Duke trying to get out of the inning. But Hayes trying to keep it going here. Good battle at the plate.
And not only that, find a way to put her team on top. And Hayes calls time. And Hope Grant and Eris McHale playing just south of their respective bases. Middle infield trying to stay frosty. I mean, the adage goes, the longer the at-bat goes, it favors the hitter, but JJ's been here before. Here's the 0-2 again. Hayes just got another piece of it on a pitch inside that time, as that nearly ran in on her. And another thing, too, we haven't documented. Von Rosenberg has got to be very, very sound defensively here behind the plate. She's been calling some good pitches here in this at-bat. Hayes has just done a good job fighting them off.
Already had 1 run come through a pass ball here, so like you said, got to be sound defensively behind the plate with bases loaded.
Here's the 0-2 with 2 out. Swing and a miss! JJ strands the bases loaded. Her 8th of the night and the biggest one for the junior. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. She will lead it off when we come back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? There's a sweet spot in a baseball game when a runner rounds third heading for home. There's a look of confidence on their face, a big smile as the runner heads for the plate. There'll be no sliding necessary for this one. No need to get down and dirty. The ball is over the fence, out of the park. It's a home run. Home is a given reward. All the runner has to do is cross the plate. Did you know you can live your life in such joy and anticipation? In life, you can hit a home run. You can live your life rounding third headed for home. The home run is knowing Jesus. If you do, He'll get you safely home. I'm Regan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out at Northside.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Again, glad to have you with us tonight. Wow, J.J. Duke gets out of one of the biggest jams she's been in all year long. Bases loaded, and it was 1 out at one point. She gets 2 outs, including a strikeout of the pitcher, Cammie Hayes, to get us to the bottom of the 6th, and she'll stride to the plate to lead things off. Sally Dow is tuning in, watching from the Hornet side bleachers here off to our left. But JJ's in a big spot here now. In a big ball game at that. JJ tonight, she's had her struggles. 0 for 2. She's grounded out to Avery Evans-Pickens both times to the plate. But she has been a very big offensive force for the Lady Hornets this year. 8 home runs, batting .608 on the year. And Hayes' first pitch, swung on and hit in the air to left. Forget about it, it's gone! JJ did trip out of the box, so she's gonna have to limp her way around the bases. You hate to see that, but a massive home run and a shock to the system of Porter as Duke was so excited coming out of the box. And she has put Huntsville in front 4-3. 9th home run of the regular season for JJ.
I mean, talk about creating your own run support, right? That's a perfect way to do it there. Like you said, tripping out of the batter's box, so hopefully she's okay. But that is a huge, huge run there. If you're Huntsville now, you have the advantage once again. And again, just a good job by Duke of getting the lead. Now 1-run lead, and hey, let's go to work here. Nobody out here in the inning as that was the start at the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch.
Get runners on, put some pressure on, and maybe get some insurance.
So now Von Rosenberg to the plate. She's left the yard twice this year. First offering from Hayes. Von Rosenberg swings at it, hits it well down the right field side, but it's also well foul. Holy cow, J.J. Duke. What a way to put your team on your back after getting out of the jam in the top half of the inning, and then you just need one pitch to try and change the game.
Sometimes it's all it takes. One pitch and one swing.
0-1. Von Rosenberg fights it off again, and the count 0-2. And so now you got to think about that too. Obviously, they're looking at JJ in the dugout, I'm sure, right now after she tripped heading to first base. So again, hopefully she's all right. And one thing to note, Hope Grant did go to the bullpen to stretch and toss. So you do have her as an option.
And the thing is, too, Duke was already at 110 pitches for the game after this last inning, so might see her subbed out.
Von Rosenberg fights that one off in the left center. Brown giving chase down for a hit. Pruitt up with it, but it is a lead off, or excuse me, a stand-up double for Katie Von Rosenberg. And now in center field, Layla Brown is a bit slow to get up. Looks like she's all right out there. Has a smile on her face there with her left fielder and Lindsey Pruitt, but head coach Alicia Evans-Pickens going to go out and check on her center fielder.
Yeah, it was a hard dive out there by Brown. I mean, hat came off and it hit the ground, the bill the hat did, but you know, she's walking. She seems to be all right. Rubbing the dirt off a little bit from her head coach out of her hair, but yeah, just a very good piece of hitting there. They were playing the shift, and again, Von Rosenberg was able to get that one to fall just enough towards the right of Brown, who was playing closer to right field. defensively on that play. So, again, just a good job there. And, again, you've got insurance on second base still with nobody out. Now a big opportunity here for the middle of the order to bring in that second run here of the inning.
And you need all the insurance you can get with the top of the order who Porter has had your number on tonight. But Hope Grant will stride in. She's got a hit tonight. A single, she's also grounded out. But back-to-back hits for the Lady Hornets have got them cooking here in the bottom of the 6th. First offering from Cammie Hayes. Grant swings. That's into right for a base hit. Diana Washington will be held at third, the courtesy runner. It's runners at the corners with one out. Or nobody out for the Lady Hornets. Man, I'm all over the place. But either way, the Lady Hornets have started to find their stride here on Cammie Hayes after Cammie had given up only one hit entering this inning.
And that was a smart play as well. When you take a look at it from Coach Morgan Bryan over there at third base, you already have the one-run lead. You don't want to try to risk the out. You'd rather have the lead runner at third now with runners on the corners here and still nobody out to put the pressure on Hayes even more in this inning. But more or less, if anything gets past the infield, there's your second run of the inning. You'd send him home, probably out. Now you have to really work to get that second run home. So a good decision by head coach Morgan Bryan there.
Jordan, we got 100 people tuning in here tonight.
Woo-wee.
You have an update as well from baseball?
Yes, I do. It is the bottom of the 5th inning, and Huntsville out to a humongous lead, 8-3 in that ball game. 2 innings away now in that one from getting back-to-back postseason appearances.
Valerie Cobb on a courtesy run for the Lady Hornets. She comes in for Hope Grant, who will go back to the dugout. So, 2 seniors on the base paths. Washington, the runner at third. Cobb now at first. And the freshman, there's a bright future in Lady Hornet green. Chloe Sanders to the plate. She had a sacrifice fly back in the 2nd. First offering from Cammie Hayes. Sanders lays down a bunt, a good one. They'll hold the runner over there at third in Washington, so it's the first out, but that does take away the double play threat as Cobb scoots on over to second. So now it'll be up to Callie Klawinski to try and bring her home.
And yes, you didn't bring the run home, but in that situation, you're perfectly fine with it. Take the runner getting into scoring position, like you said, gets rid of the double play opportunity for the defense, and now has both runners in scoring position with only one out here in the inning.
Lewinsky to the plate. A double and a ground out tonight. With one out, first offering from Hayes is across for a strike, 0-1. And I think in this inning, Jordan, that's one of the first pitches that have been taken by the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, that's the thing. There hasn't been much, like you said, in this inning. Everything's just been early attack, early attack.
Lewinsky, fly ball in the left, but over the head of the left fielder and Pruitt. Washington will score. Cobb is on her way. They'll send her to the plate. The throw is going to beat her, though. That is the second out, but a huge insurance run, courtesy of a Callie Klawinski double. Oh, that was mega aggressive. Head coach Morgan Bryan says that's on me.
You at least get the hit in the outfield. That was a mistake there by Pruitt in left. She overplayed it. Usually the outfielders are trained to take a step back. After the contact, she took a couple of steps forward and overplayed the ball, and that's what allowed the run to go to score in from third in Von Rosenberg and almost getting the run in from second.
It's actually Washington, the courtesy runner over there at third, but Callie Klawinski, her second double of the night, has brought home more runs for the Lady Hornets. It's now 5-3, and Emily Zunker going to try and continue the damage here, and she's already ahead in the count of Hayes here, 2-0. Zunker tonight, 0 for 2, a foul out and a ground out. Hit to the outfield in the gaps should bring home the 6th run for the Lady Hornets. Here's the 2-0. Zunker lays off, ball 3. Noelle Sandman waits on deck. And the hits have been coming from everywhere tonight. Aside from Zunker and Sanders, everybody, and McHale as well, have been able to get a hit. Here's the 3-0 on the green light. There's a strike, 3-1 from Hayes. telling you to update the scoreboard. I know you're trying to catch up.
There's a lot happening over here.
Yes, there is. 3-1. Zonker, a swing and a miss, full count. Payoff. Zonker lays off ball 4. First walk issued tonight by either side. The inning will roll on to Noel Sandman. And obviously we're wondering on the condition of J.J. Duke to see if she can come out to pitch the 7th now that she's gotten some insurance. You know you have Hope Grant at your disposal, but the Lady Hornets are wanting more insurance to try and put this out of reach. Noel Sandman swings at the first pitch past Hayes and back up the middle for a base hit. Klowinski will hold up at third. The bases are loaded with 2 out for the leadoff batter in Anna Rosenlund. 2 for 3 now is the senior center fielder.
And that one, a literal dribbler, ground ball with eyes right up the gut. Now bases loaded here, 2 outs. Love to try to get another hit, get another run. Again, all you got to do is just squeak it past the infield like you just saw there, and you'll now be up by your largest lead of the ball game at 3 if you can do that.
First offering from Cami Hayes. Rosenlund fouls it off 0-1. And we'll set it up for you. Klowinski at third, Emily Zunker at second. Noel Sandman is at first. Infield and outfield really in no doubles right now. Rosenlund tonight 1 for 3. A single her last time up. That was in the top or the bottom of the 5th. Rosenlund chops it on the ground, third base side. Hayes will just step on the bag at third for the out, but the damage has been done. The Lady Hornets are out in front 5-3 as we go to the top of the 7th inning with the top of the order of Porter, who has had the Lady Hornets number tonight. They need 3 outs, and they've got the 1 seed in District 16 5A. Big finish coming here in Willis when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? There's a sweet spot in a baseball game when a runner rounds third heading for home. There's a look of confidence on their face, a big smile as the runner heads for the plate. There'll be no sliding necessary for this one. No need to get down and dirty. The ball is over the fence, out of the park. It's a home run. Home is a given reward. All the runner has to do is cross the plate. Did you know you can live your life in such joy and anticipation? In life, you can hit a home run. You can live your life rounding third headed for home. The home run is knowing Jesus. If you do, he'll get you safely home. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out at northside-baptist.org. Northside Baptist Church, going to people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
Here we go, folks. Top of the 7, 5-3 Huntsville in this tiebreaker game in District 16 5A. If Huntsville gets 3 outs, they are the number 1 seed for the 3rd consecutive year. As Cadence Hayes swings at the first pitch, Rosenlund is there for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 down, just like the game started. Can't ask for much better. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's the exact situation you want, especially for Duke, who's back in the circle here, just trying to finish out the ball game and get out with the victory.
So 1 down and nobody on. Christina Jackson to the plate for the Lady Spartans. First offering from Duke. It's well high on the rise ball, 1-0. Jackson tonight 2 for 3. She grounded into a fielder's choice her last time. 2 singles also. And if Huntsville wins, they will face Mount Pleasant coming up this week, a rematch of last year's by-district round as the 1-0. That one went all the way to the backstop as that one sailed on Duke, the count 2-0. We approach 8 o'clock here on this Monday night in Southeast Texas. 2 of the best in District 16 going at it. 2-0 to Jackson. Missed, 3-0. And really the first time tonight, and I believe the first time tonight, JJ's been behind in the 3-0 count.
Yeah, like you said, definitely the first time if not one of. But I'm looking back at my scorecard. I think most of her at-bats have started out 0-1.
3-0. Ball 4. No. Strike 1. That looked, wow.
Definitely got away with that one. That was up in the letters.
Yeah. Maybe a makeup call from one of the earlier pitches. Either way, it's 3-1. Here on Jackson. Tying run in the on-deck circle, Kira Crosby. 3-1. Called strike 2 on the outer half. JJ has not been able to find a punch-out tonight of this top 4 of the lineup. Aside from the one from Avery Evans-Pickens in the first, they have been able to figure it out otherwise. With 1 out and nobody on, Huntsville up 5-3. The payoff pitch on the way. That one spoiled away to the left side by Jackson. And the loser of this game will face, just blanked on it, Hallsville. Coming up later this week. What a gauntlet of District 15 has been. Longview, White House, and Hallsville all finished 12-2. What a year it's been for those guys. Now Pleasant finished 8-6 in the 4 spot. Another payoff on the way. Jackson just got a piece of it and fouled it away. And what a ball game it's been tonight. You couldn't ask for much better. This is the first time in really either of the games that we've seen that offensive production has happened. JJ hitting the first home run of this series for either team. Lady Hornets were shut out in the first game. A 13-inning thriller on Saturday to win their co-district, their 3rd in a row. And are now 2 outs away from the 1 seed. Jackson fights it through the left side. Tying run will bat. Jackson, her 3rd single of the night, and the tying run, Kira Crosby, to the plate.
And she has had Duke's number all night long, and give her credit, especially coming back after going up 3-0 on the count to then going down 3-2. Be able to fight for it and get the single now. One swing could potentially end it here off a double play.
One swing could also tie the game. First offering to Crosby. Strike 1.
Hey, good idea, good idea.
One out. Runner on at first is Jackson. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2.
Nobody can hit that. Let's go, give me a fair shake.
Crosby tonight 2 for 3. A single, I should say, a triple. And she's fouled out once. A deep one down the line to Anna Rosenlund. 0-2 to Crosby. Popped up, but out of play. That one on the way to the parking lot that you and I parked in.
Luckily, it didn't get even close to it, but yeah, it's definitely in the direction. We cannot go back to the station with another dent in our vehicle.
Nope. Hale's already done that. We don't need one from a softball with stitching imprints into the vehicle. Double play depth on the infield here for the Lady Hornets. 0-2 again to Crosby. Crosby fouls it off yet again. And the dangerous Avery Evans-Pickens, barring a double play, will get to bat.
Quick update, 8-3 still. Huntsville ahead for baseball in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out in that ball game.
Oh, 2 again. Call, no! He said ball one. No, he did! Oh! Oh, a little bit of a late call, but that's the 2nd out.
A bit of a delayed call there. It was kind of that close call. Again, it's that bottom inside corner that JJ's been targeting all night long. And again, kind of a 50-50 call there, I think, from the home plate umpire. But now, you're down to your final out of the ball game.
And it's Avery Evans-Pickens to the plate. 1 for 3 tonight. A single her last time. She swings at the first pitch. It'll get out of play, out of the reach of Grant, who is hustling over there. Same with Klawinski and Hammond, but the count 0-1 on Evans-Pickens.
Halfway in the right field.
She wanted it. She was the hero on a Saturday, a walk-off single in 13 innings. Oh boy. Lady Hornets 2 strikes away from the 1 seed for a 3rd consecutive year. Here's the 0-1 to Evans Pickens. Foul tip into the glove for strike 2. Porter down to their final strike. And this Lady Hornet crowd behind us, they are ready to erupt after the Lady Hornets battle back in the bottom of the 6th on a solo shot by J.J. Duke. And then some insurance to make it 5-3. Now J.J., can she fire the 1 pitch to win it? 0-2 from J.J. Popped up in the left. The freshman Sanders under it. She's got it! And a 1 seed is going to Huntsville. Bring on Mount Pleasant. Five to 3, your final here tonight in Willis, Texas. The Lady Hornets battle back in the bottom of the 6th. And we're going to talk to a couple of them tonight. J.J. Duke, obviously an outstanding performance in the circle. And then we'll try to figure it out going from there. So we'll have the Lady Hornets.
Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, welcomes you to the Huntsville Lady Hornets post-game wrap-up. For stats and analysis of tonight's game, let's go back to the diamond and join Carlos Zimmermann and head coach Morgan Bryan.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Willis, Texas. What a game tonight. Lady Hornets win it. Official district champions now. 5-3 win over the Porter Lady Spartans. I'm here with one of our players of the game, Callie Klawinski. Big night for you, 2 doubles, especially one there in the late going. Just your thoughts on how it went for you tonight.
I mean, I didn't see the ball very well on Saturday. I went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, so I put in the works today and Sunday whenever I had my time, and then it showed. I don't know, saw it better, I guess.
What was the feeling for you guys when JJ just hit that missile out the left field to go in front?
Oh, I was thanking God. I was like, thank God. But, yeah, it was amazing. Like, couldn't have been a better time.
And, you know, closing things out there in the top half of the 7th inning, you know how good of a team Porter is. I mean, just what gave you guys the wherewithal to just stick with it?
I think it was just first or second. We wanted first, and we knew we couldn't mess up or we wouldn't get it.
There you go. There you have it. Callie, I know you guys want to get on home. It's not too far away, but anybody want to give a big shout-out to before I let you go, and we'll talk to JJ?
I want to give a big shout-out to my friends and my dad, and then my hitting coach for helping me out a lot this year.
There you go. Flaunt that very proudly. I know it's a big one tonight here for the Lady Hornets. A big one tonight. Callie, congratulations. We'll see you later this week.
Thank you.
All right, and now I'll welcome in our pitcher of the game, and man, did she stick with it tonight. JJ Dukas. She'll get some help from Callie here. JJ, here, I'll fix that for you a little bit there. There you go. JJ, another great night for you here in the circle. Just you couldn't ask for much of a better night for you, despite the 3 runs given up. What allowed you to be able to stick with it tonight?
Well, if I'm going to be honest, I wanted to do it all for myself. Like, not for myself, but I wanted to finish it. She told me that she was going to put hope in, and I told her no. I told her that I started it, I wanted to finish it. I believed in what I had, and I was going to go with it.
And you were able to get it done there at the end despite the hit in the top of the 7th. I mean, just when that hit came across and you know the tying run was coming to the plate, what was your approach for the next 2 batters?
Well, I've been struggling, and I was going to do the slash thing, and then I was like, no, I can wait on it, and then I wanted to try it and see what it would do. And
JJ, what happened in the home run trot?
So I wanted to make the home run a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Coach B warned us the lip of the grass and the dirt, and me, I just fell. That's all.
Well, hey,
I
either
don't really
way, either way, you pimped it, to say the least. So, I mean, it was a good one for you. Well, now the focus is going to shift for you guys. You guys are going to face Mount Pleasant again coming up here later this week. I mean, just the mindset to be able to go get them again for a 2nd year in a row.
We're going to go back and look at our stats and what we had against them, and we're not gonna hold them to anything. We're just going to show up and show out like we always do.
There you have it. JJ, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
My family for always holding me to my standard, and my hitting coach for always being there for me.
There you go. JJ, congrats on the big win tonight. Another district title, true district title for you guys. We'll see you later this week.
Thank you.
All right, once I see head coach Morgan Bryan, we will bring her on over. I think they're still trying to clean up some stuff over there, so I'll welcome back in my broadcast partner here in Jordan Smith. Man, what a game tonight for the Lady Hornets. Tied 3-3 for a majority of the game, Jordan. And they just found a way to come back and win.
Yeah, and sometimes all you need is just that one swing. We talked about it throughout the ball game. The home run by J.J. Duke giving her own run support and taking the lead to start off on the first pitch of that bottom of the 6th inning, bringing another run home after that, and actually the courtesy runner in Kayana, Washington. But just a good job by Huntsville not to get too ahead of the moment, to kind of play within themselves and maintain the focus. As there was a couple times during the ball game, you take the lead, ties back up. Take the lead, ties back up. So, but it was a good job by the Lady Hornets to really keep their composure throughout the ball game. As you see, a couple Lady Hornets definitely keeping their composure here.
I'm losing my composure. Oh man.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
so a good job by the Lady Hornets overall tonight.
All right, before the snowballs any further, let's step aside and take one quick break, and I'll try to get head coach Morgan Bryan over here in just a few moments before I lose my sanity. So we'll step aside here on the Lady Hornets post-game wrap-up. Again, your final tonight, 5-3, Huntsville victorious tonight to get the #1 seed. Be back in a moment here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face. Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave. When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Need a night out of the kitchen? Perfect, because Double Dave's delivers. Pizza, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads. Call 291-DAVE or order online. Check out our delivery hubs.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave's.
They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face.
Running a business is tough. Sometimes you need a little help.
Walter Bennett, President of First National Bank of Huntsville.
Your neighbors at First National Bank of Huntsville understand. We've helped thousands of local businesses stabilize cash flow, eliminate bottlenecks, and secure fresh resources for growth. It's what we do for over 130 years. Follow your dreams with First National Bank of Huntsville, where dreams come first.
First National Bank of Huntsville, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Greg Smith, and am proud to be the owner of Huntsville and Walker County's premier funeral home, Sam Houston Memorial. What makes us the premier funeral home? The reasons are simple. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has the premier facilities in the area, and our directors and staff are top of the line, offering premier care for you and your loved ones in their time of need. Locally owned and family managed for 2 decades, it's our family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Lady Hornets post-game wrap-up. Carlos Zimmermann here with now the winning head coach, Morgan Bryan. Head
That's
coach,
me.
what a game. I mean, back and forth throughout,
Absolutely.
tied 3-3, and then taking over in the bottom of the 6th and then closing out in the 7th. Doesn't get any better than that for you guys, and you get another #1 seed. Your thoughts on the win?
Absolutely. I mean, it was a team effort. We went in the cages before we came out here, and we really adjusted what we saw from Saturday especially, and all of them bought into the game plan and really focused up on their swings. You know, we were putting the ball in play, and we had really great contact. Sometimes it just happened to go right to a glove. They made some phenomenal plays. Like we said, they're a really great team, and they're going to do really well in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, our girls kept fighting and fighting, and Jalen pitched a wonderful game again, and defensively we just showed up, and we didn't have that error that we had had before, and that's what matters. We were tight on our defense. We really focused in, and we really just fought till the end, honestly.
Bottom of the 6th comes around. JJ didn't wait around, just swung at the
Absolutely.
first pitch and launched it out over left field. Just your reaction whenever that happened.
I may have made her a little mad. We talked about possibly switching it up a little bit, so you know, put a little fire in that tank. But she's been seeing the ball really well at the end of the day. Hey, Hope. She's been seeing the ball really well at the end of the day, and she just squared that one up. You know, she had it in her mind that she was going to go and she was going to hit, and it was going to be solid. So I'm proud of her. She did a great job both in the circle and at the plate, and I couldn't ask for more.
Well, Coach, now the thought process is going to transition. You get Mount Pleasant once again for
Yes,
a
sir.
2nd straight year coming up later this week. Just thoughts going into that. You saw him once last year, gave you a little trouble in game 2. You're able to pull it out there. I mean, what's
Yeah.
going to be different this time around?
No, I mean, he's got a great team. They're a really strong district. They've been battling. You know, they've got some good pitching, some really great hitting. And we've just got to refocus at the end of the day. You know, tomorrow's going to be a focus day. It's going to be a prep day. And just trying to get my kids refocused and re-prepared for the next team at hand. You know, nobody's in playoffs for no good reason. So you're not going to take anybody seriously just like we did in district, or not take anybody not seriously like we did in district, because everybody's there for a reason and everybody's got a great team. So we're going to focus in, we're going to prep, and we're going to get ready to go.
Of course, we'll pass that information along to you as it becomes available for the next bi-district playoff series. Coach, before I let you go and go celebrate this win, anybody you want to give a big shout out to? I know your parents are tuning in as always.
Yep, my parents are here. Hey, Mom and Dad. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Adriana. Happy belated birthday. It was her birthday yesterday, by the way. Love you all. Hope to see you guys at the playoff game. And then, of course, Kylie, as always, is watching tonight from Maryland. So I love all of you. I hope to see you soon. And thanks for tuning in.
All right, there you have it. Coach, congratulations on the huge win. We'll see you later this week.
Thank you, Carlos.
All right, I'll welcome back in my broadcast partner, Jordan Smith. Come on, man. You got to get on the camera at some point. I'll let you get over to the music in just a second. But, hey, I mean, the dynamic duo reunites for one night, and it's one of the biggest games in this entire run for the Lady Hornets. Jordan, final thoughts before we sign off.
What can I say? I bring a flair for the dramatic. No, but really when you take a look at it, right, and take a look at the final score line, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 7 left on base for Porter, 5 runs, 10 hits. No errors, and 5 left on base for Huntsville in this one. I mean, it was a solid offensive game from both sides, as you just heard with the 10 hits. The home run really making the difference by J.J. Duke late in the ballgame. And like I said, sometimes it takes that one swing, that one run late in the ballgame to carry that momentum through the rest of it. And then, of course, the winning pitcher in J.J. Duke. 127 pitches, 100 of those finding the zone in a 7-inning victory through 30 batters. And, man, just a wonderful, wonderful performance overall by Huntsville, securing the district title and facing Mount Pleasant in the first round of the playoffs.
And we'll, like I said, the head coach, Mark O'Brien, will pass that information along to you as it becomes available later this week. Tune into the KSAM Sports Facebook for all the information on that coming up this week. Huntsville versus Mount Pleasant, once again in the bi-district round. And that'll do it for us tonight here in Willis, Texas. Again, your final, Huntsville wins 5-3 over the Porter Lady Spartans to officially claim the District 16 5A title. And that will do it for us here tonight in Willis. For all of our wonderful sponsors, my broadcast partner, Jordan Smith, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you later this week. Where will it be? We'll let you know. Have a good rest of your Monday night. And as always, friends, sting 'em Hornets, and have a pleasant tomorrow. Head on over to baseball. They should be wrapping up in just a little bit. Good night, God bless, and so long. Here from Willis.
This has been a presentation of Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. No portion of this broadcast may be used or transmitted in any other form without the express written consent of Huntsville High School Athletics, our broadcast partners, and 101.7 KSAM. Thank you for watching, and sting 'em, Hornets.